Oh yeah, I should probably mute you guys. Better late than never. Wow. It just came out a couple hours ago, so there's no point in going to emote because we're just gonna start. So unless you gotta keep people muted for hours, that doesn't really make sense.
Maybe this way.
Well, hello there.
Hey Legion.
Huh. How are we doing?
I checked at like 7 and I didn't see the game go into maintenance, so I thought there was like nothing and I had to do other things anyways. And then I come back, I check back later on and just like, oh, so it did happen. I thought it was maintenance.
No, it was just an update. Maintenance was a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
There's-
the update came right around 8:50. Well, the stuff we needed from it.
Sigma Sensei, very clearly, I know there's no maintenance. Come on, man.
Leave it to me.
As you command.
Per my oath.
Lead on.
I'll handle it. I wonder. Leave it to me.
Same time flies. Also,
Breathtaking.
Datamine night. Let's get it.
Well, whatever. Alright, one sec, chat. I'm setting up. So there are two big things for Datamine. Actually, there's technically 3, but...
Yeah. 3 segments.
Hello.
Well, hello there.
A sacred night.
Ready to showcase leg yarn, I guess.
Yeah. So here's who do you think will be best tonight?
Man, your audio goes all over the place. I have to readjust you.
Oh.
I had you at
Sorry.
180% because sometimes you're really quiet and sometimes you're not.
Oh. I'm reconfigured Discord today. Apparently I was stuck in streamer mode for the past couple months.
Okay. There was probably an explanation for it because it's just like, you're so much louder.
Yeah. Nah,
This
I was in
fate
streamer
was
mode, I guess.
Breathtaking.
So, fix that. Yeah, I was wondering, because I was wondering why my Discord wouldn't give me any pings. I was just getting surprised whenever people came in the call, but I guess it was a reason.
I'm looking forward to the most.
Just because I did a sub-message don't mean I forgot the Hey Nims bits.
Thank you, Gmail. I really appreciate it. Who am I looking forward to? I guess Ares. I really can't decide between Ares and Finn, but I guess Ares.
Yeah, I'll probably agree with that. He's so close to perfection. Like, just give him pre-charge. That's what I say.
Oh, no.
Say anything about what's going on.
Alright guys, in a moment I'm gonna let you guys send in your heroes if you want them to be featured. I know these videos have been slow lately, but again, YouTube hasn't given me any ad revenue, so I don't really feel like staying up late to like get the videos out and whatnot for obvious reasons. Because if you're not being rewarded for your work, like it really sucks. Anyways, with that said, yeah, I'll give you my code in a moment.
I'll handle it. I
Brief
wonder.
heads up.
As you command.
Squad Ace is up right now. You can get Squad Ace AX, which is speed res, I believe, or AW rather. And don't forget to do Veld's GHB rerun. It ends tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Small notes.
Alex says, let's give a like to Nimious. Thanks, man. Why is it so hard to get likes nowadays? The last stream didn't even break 100 likes. Alright guys, here's my code. Send your hero if you so wish to help out. We're just looking for, well, at minimum I want to see one of each, but if there are more, we'll check them out too. Hopefully we'll see some with the proper builds, good builds. You can't do free hero views. I don't do free hero views unless it's time to do free hero views. Being friends doesn't really have any, like, mean anything right now. Are we gonna check out art? No. No, today's not regular hero views. I wanted to play a lot of Genshin today, but, like, things came up. Alright, I'll give it to you guys, give you a few seconds. I need to fix the air conditioning, because it keeps turning off right now, I don't know why. You have a Maribel up? What? Oh, okay, yeah. Hope you enjoy the build. All right. Wow. There you go. Finally done. Got no one to show this time around? Yeah. Well, that's kind of surprising. Some of the heroes are like... I mean, I'm surprised because, like, Ares used to be so popular, for example.
Yeah. 2018 meta. Some things are just gonna... Nobody has those units anymore. They moved on. Things like that.
Yeah, I only refined one of the units for a reason that was not worth it.
I mean, to be fair, though. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say because of the spoiler.
All right, guys. Let's do a quick reset and see if anybody sent their heroes in.
Stop!
Oh, I mean, everything's ready to go. It's just I need to take time to do it.
Yep.
You need to save 200 due for legendary Tiki.
Oh yeah, that'll come around soon enough.
Huh.
Probably within a few months, honestly.
that's why I thought it was really weird to say you're gonna save due already.
I mean, depending on how fast you get due.
I don't know. I would figure it wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, I mean, I usually get to do like 2 refines a month if I try. But that's about it. Tiki's remix shouldn't even be until November, so you got time.
There are a lot more Leghorns than I thought. There's only one Maribel? Wow.
As long as there's any.
Oh yeah, Leghorn. A lot of people have Leghorns as a Hall form hero. Kind of surprised by that because I think Leghorn's not one of the best picks.
Wyvern Flight has very few uses, and it's Leghorn.
Yeah, I know, but if you're going for Wyvern Flight, Young Minerva's so good.
Yeah, but didn't Leghorn come first? No, it's heroes before. Whatever, they're around the same time.
I'll do one more quick check for you guys, but yeah, it should be ready to go. Now let's just put burn stam right
It's
now.
already done.
Yeah, reset your main hero if you didn't see them already. But yeah, I didn't see a lot of you guys heroes, so. Alright, we're good to go. Young Yagan? You mean just not old Yagan? I think that would be young, respectively.
Per my oath.
Breath Seals? Nah. I think Fury Seals would already be pretty broken, which I do believe to happen one day. But yeah, that would be even more broken.
Fury Seal would be absolutely broken.
Leave it to me.
I know, but I'm saying
Already done.
they're saying they're hoping for Breath Seals. I'm saying that's insane.
You know what would be? It would have been broken before Vantage, honestly. But I think that even still, Null C Vantage would be pretty broken. Do we want to start with the notification for Tempest? Nah, we'll save that until we do the units.
Yeah, I think let's just go with what people are more excited about right now. So here's how it's gonna go. We're gonna do we'll do refines, and then we'll check Tempest, and then we'll go through the new Pirate Heroes Datamine.
Right? Sounds good to me.
Ready mod for a day? We don't take those anymore. I need to put those into Twitch rewards. Alright, so thus far these are the heroes we have. If you guys haven't sent them in yet, you have my code. You should do it soon. Which hero are we starting with?
I'd say probably Ares or Eldigan, whichever.
Really?
I'd say so.
Start out with the one people are most interested in.
That's usually the opposite of how this goes, but alright.
Well,
I figure let's be honest. Honestly, I think that this is probably the one most people are paying attention to, or their eyebrows.
Well,
got
obviously,
raised.
right, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm still following the pattern, don't worry.
You want me to put them in channel points? Yeah, but we gotta figure out how much channel points it is. Like how much it should cost?
I've got a trick for you.
Gotta do Veld real quick.
All right, well, here we go. Like that. Okay. I don't know who would have a good copy. All right. Let's start from the bottom of the list. Alright. Yep. Surprising how a lot of people are showing off their Ares and Eldigans.
Yeah. Quite possibly one of the most popular 3 stars in Resplendence.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's start with number 1. Let's go with Riken's Eldigan. Eldigan. Lionheart Eldigan, 40 plus 4 this one is. 52 HP, 56 attack, 31 speed, 45 defense, 26 res. Dark Mistletoe, of course, the new refined. Huh, that looks like a Brazen Seal. Alright, Swap Bonfire, Fury 4 advantage. Attack Smoke, attack, defense form is the build. Alright, let's see the Dark Mistletoe refined. It's Sling, right? Of course, just like before. Special trigger cooldown count -1 if special triggers before or during combat. Grants special cooldown count -2 after combat. So same ability as before. If foe initiates combat or foe's HP is over 75% at start of combat, grants attack defense +5 to unit during combat and deals +7 damage when special triggers during combat. If foe's HP is over 75%, deals +7 damage when special triggers before combat. Wow, they actually kept in mind the AoE builds?
Mm-hmm. Think Gaius. So if he does an AoE build, which Ares doesn't, but Eldigan does naturally, then you'll get the 7 damage before combat, but if you don't do AoE, you'll get it during combat.
That's why I'm so surprised, because Dark Mistletoe wasn't Eldigan's weapon. It was Ares' weapon. And so for them to consider Eldigan so much to put the AoE version, because I've never seen the AoE Eldigan before. Sorry, Ares before.
I've seen a couple Blazing Thunder. No, sorry, I use Blazing Thunder. I've seen a couple Blazing AoE Ares, because you can, but it's not common. It's usually the Vantage Sweeping set.
Huh. Okay. So, chat, if you don't know what this is about, so it's inherently just giving you a damage boost as well as a bit more defense. Again, Eldigan and Ares are both very often using Dark Mistletoe with Vantage, either with DC or to stack up close, or Fury into Vantage, but there are a lot of combinations. But usually, it's all about charging a bonfire very quickly and just smashing everybody with bonfire. So for him to essentially get a guaranteed 12 extra attack, and at all times have attack defense +5, basically, if your foe initiates, or if they're over 75%. It's not a bad boost, it's just a lot more minute than I thought. It's just 12 extra damage is pretty significant, and that will, like, guarantee kills. But yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting a little more for his weapon.
I was expecting a bit more, yeah.
It's 14 in practice if you're using the bonfire build because you're getting 5 defense. 15 if you have an odd number of defense stat, but extra damage is great and definitely helps a lot with the Vantage Sweeping build. But getting there is still not easy.
Yeah, getting there is not easy.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't solve his...
a lot.
It does a lot. It doesn't solve his biggest issue, which we were wishing for pre-charge, because that would have... Just like Ike, Legendary Ike.
Yep. Or if there was accelerated charge, so that it would get there quicker, even if it wasn't pre-charged. That still would have been nice.
Okay.
But I mean, it still works. As long as you can survive a combat with just attack def +5, you're probably gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And you could use, like, Brave Lucina, for example, so that you immediately retaliate with a bonfire. So
I get that, but if you do that, there are probably better heroes to go with then.
yeah, but considering Ares is still a 3-star, I mean, Eldigan is always going to be an Ares' shadow, but considering Ares is a 3-star, it's a fairly competent build, considering the circumstances.
All right. Well, Fury Advantage is a good build for him, and attack defense form, why not? Stack up as much defense, as much attack as possible, and then just bonfire them instantly. So this is not a bad build. Again, 12 extra damage is nothing to scoff at. It's still really, really high.
Yeah.
It's just kind of wish a bit more.
Yeah. I mean, let's see here. So, 5645. That you get an extra
14.
12 attack. So it'll be 68. 57 defense. So you'd be looking at plus 25, 26, 27 damage bonfire, plus 7, 34 damage bonfire. On top of 68 attack. That'd be like hitting for 102 damage. Minus foe's defense. So 102 attack.
Yeah, minus foe's defense is pretty important.
Well, yeah, but still, that's like a value of 102, which is not bad, considering for a Vantage Sweeper.
Alright, sure. The reason, is just charging it up. That's the thing. That's the difficult part. But, right.
The difficult part.
He definitely works. I'm not sure if just slightly more damage, right? Inherently, this is around 14 more damage is going to be enough to bring him back, but we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I still see people trying to use Ares these days, so if they can still make Ares work at all in 2021, I'd say that this definitely gives them a lot to work with.
All right, P4 is trying something entirely different. Wow, I've never seen anyone go for a speed Ares. 40 plus 10 plus 8, 49 HP, 58 attack, 39 speed, 38 defense, 23 res, plus speed Ares with Dark Mistletoe for more attack and defense. And obviously this time is using Luna. What?
Well, that 43 defense bonfire versus potentially exploiting a foe's much higher defense stat nowadays.
I'm not so sure. Attack speed catch, SD near trace, attack speed menace, blade session. If you're gonna go Luna at 58 attack, 63 attack, possibly 72, it's clearly Draconic Aura. That's the confusion I have.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, even if you're at 80 attack, Draconic Aura is only gonna do about 12 damage.
12?
Wait.
What?
Sorry,
That doesn't sound
24. 24. Half off. Where am I getting these numbers? 24 damage, which is about 48 defense for Luna. And considering where the meta's going right now, that's not an unusual defense stat to see. It's my only thing.
I'll just calc here because it's more than that.
Yeah. 59, 67.
This one's up to 7. From what I can tell, it's up to 88. If everything triggers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can't use the defense penalty from Trace for the purposes of this.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. It's still not too much higher. I mean, I guess...
actually, the Trace would hurt your Luna.
Yeah, true.
Very
True.
marginally, though.
I know, but it's supposed to be optimization. It just makes... What I'm saying is it makes more sense if you're going to go for Draconic Aura at this kind of attack and using Trace.
Honestly, not a bad idea. I like the consistency in case you actually run into these super defense tanks where, like, for example, Fallen Edelgard, sure, she has damage reduction, but cutting that much higher defense stat could be useful.
Right.
But for the majority of cases,
exactly,
you probably won't have to deal with that, so
right.
Good point.
Because we're talking, the situation you talked about was like a 48 defense. That's already really high, right? Of course, there are heroes with higher defenses than that, but for the consistency reasons and because the attack was even higher than we expected, yeah, like you'll find much more consistent usage of the damage, especially for one-shot kills. If you just going forward, switch to yourself to Draconic Aura. So I'm surprised by Luna. Luna's usually for heroes with lower attack. That's the thing. And when you're at the values of 70 plus, usually you should try and consider Draconic Aura.
I mean, it's still good for tank busting, but legitimately, there's not enough physical tanks, I think, where that could realistically be consistent. Even though there are a lot of units that will be trying to drop your attack, which I think is the one thing. Because of lull attack defense being so common, as well as weapons that drop your attack by 6. That might be the one thing that goes against Draconic Aura.
Well, lull would just catch it up to...
Yeah.
Because the near trace detriment would be the same thing, right? Attack res. And because this is inherent stats. I guess the attack speed catch will also get caught, but... Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, for consistent reasons, you go Draconic Aura. But yeah, this is an interesting build. I'm not so sure about Speed Eldigan, because even with all the speed swings... I don't like to guarantee the belief that your attack speed minutes will be there. Likewise, Blade Session, because it's only on offenses. The only consistent amount of speed you get is 9. Well, 7 plus 3 is 10. If you have the attack speed menace, then it goes up to, I believe, 7, 3, and then this is 12, 22, and then this can take you up to 31. If everything triggers, you got enough speed. But if anything falls apart, if the menace doesn't work, or they can ignore penalties, or ignore buffs and whatnot, all of a sudden you're missing a big chunk of speed. So I generally wouldn't believe in speed Ares. I would go for plus attack or plus defense.
You could just do a solo build and make speed Ares work more consistently. This is probably just a demonstration of how fast you can get, because unless you're using an Ether Raid's defense skill, you can't get faster. But still.
I'm not so sure about demonstration. I'm pretty sure he's committed to a speed Ares.
I mean, with P4, you never know, but...
You could raise an attack speed 4 with Vantage to get 1 more speed.
Yes, Brazen works, but... I mean, even still...
I'm pretty sure he's committed. Okay, anyways.
Yeah. I can see it working, honestly, especially considering that charging specials is a little harder. Being able to double and reliably have both phases accessible to you makes that special spam a little easier, which I think is okay. Still a little weird. Not something I would usually recommend ever, but in this case, it can work.
Yeah, P4 says this is serious. Ugh. Alright, P4, if you say so, man. I'm not so sure. I originally was going for speed Ares, and as the months passed by, I'm just like, this is getting stupid. I'm not gonna do it.
I can believe that's real. I mean, I use speed.
Yeah. I'm just surprised you're not using solo, because it is a much more consistent skill for the purposes of that build. Either on Seal or A slot or both.
Hi.
That's the one thing.
Hi Nims and everyone, I'm feeling a lot better since yesterday.
Just the Watermelon, that's good to hear, man. Welcome back. And yeah. There's so many things to deal with, man. It's easy to get down nowadays. Alright, I don't think there are any more. I'm surprised, there's only 2. Alright, who would be next?
I think Bride Sanaki, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't even think we're gonna have one Bride Sanaki.
There was one on the last page. Or the first page, I guess, I mean.
Okay. Digam also has one.
I'll be honest, I
Second
haven't
has
used
one.
my Bride Sanaki in so long.
Velma has one. Alright, well, there are 2 people at least, so let's check it out.
Oh, shoot.
I'll go with Velma first, actually.
Alright.
Velma! Apostle and White Sanaki. Wow, no one's really working on her. Ruby Sakurai, thank you. Huh?
At least it's refined.
At least it's refined, yep. Alright, Nifl Frostflowers at a base Sanaki. Wow, this is a base one. 35 HP, 53 attack, 30 speed, 16 defense, 33 res. Nifl Frostflowers, drawback, Moonbow, attack res bond, defense res link, 4-5 flyers, attack defense form. Okay, nothing crazy.
Base kit with Fortify.
Right. Nifl Frostflowers grants attack +3 if units within 3 spaces of an ally grants attack res +5 during combat. Okay, so they did change it. Wow, they ditched the speed.
They actually did ditch the speed. I'm surprised.
Wow, I can't believe Greed got it right. Cause well, the expectation chat was for them to ditch the speed from a bunch of the projections. I wasn't so sure about that because they rarely go with the detriment, like removing something that's really positive. Is it impossible? No, because Leo, for example, doesn't have gravity anymore, which is one of the few reasons why like people originally liked him. So it's weird, but it happens.
Yeah. In a newer refine, I'd expect the refine to just be an objective increase.
Yeah.
Or rework to make it more practical at the very least. Not outright removing the speed stat. Especially since Sanaki's 30 base speed is workable. Kind of surprising.
Yeah, they completely ditched it. Alright, so if units within 3 spaces of an ally attack res +5 during combat, it's easy. During combat, boost units attack by number of allies within 3 spaces times 2, max +4. Wow, so before it capped out at 6 attack, and you would need 3 allies within 2 spaces. Now it is 3 allies within...
2 allies.
2 allies within 3 spaces. Wow, it's even easier.
Yep. Yeah, if you have 2 allies within 3 spaces, you get 9 attack and 5 res.
And if it's 1, it's 7 attack and 5 res. That's so easy.
Yep. It's not bad. Not bad.
Right. By the way, one of the fun combinations back in the day was Sonicy x Sonicy.
Yep.
Kind of sounds weird, but Bridal Sonicy would be triggered by having another ally next to her, and Sonicy, base Sonicy, needed flyers, which Bridal Sonicy is. And that's a red and green mage who have like lower speed but high res and really good attack, or good enough attack. Well, back then it was really good, but
yeah, they synergized so well with each other. I used to use that combo legitimately for a while. I would slap the Guidance Seal on Bridal Sonicy and have an actually competent like double mage combo for Arena Assault or whatever.
Right.
It worked.
It's good.
Back in the day.
Alright, additionally, at start of combat, if foes HP is over 50%, grants attack res +5 to unit during combat, and also grants bonus to units attack during combat equals highest attack bonus from among allies within 2 spaces. Okay. I didn't expect her to have this much. Her attack used to just cap out at just 6. Well, it's 6 + 3, because it's inherently +3. But it used to cap it out. Now it's not capped. Well, it is capped, but it's so much higher.
Yeah. That can give, in a practical sense, 11 attack on its own.
11 attack? Wait, are you sure? 5 + 4 + 5.
Sorry, the refine effect alone grants an inherent 11.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and then practically it can grant, of course, up to 15.
Yep.
Because there are like technically +10 debuffs or +10 buffs. I mean, so it is possible, but yeah, +6 is what you should expect to get.
Yeah.
Right.
Think of it kind of like Ashera's weapon, Oracle Sentence, but just attack buffs. In a certain sense.
So Saki has turned into a green nuke, which is... I didn't expect that. She lost the speed and just turned it all into attack, and her res got jacked up. Don't forget, she still gets +10 res, so you can find your Sonic hitting 70+, mid-70s even, pretty easily.
For full perspective, if this weapon is fully active with a +6 attack buff on an ally, she'll hit 73 attack and 43 res.
Yeah, right. So suddenly she's really good. And this is all before her kit, which comes with attack res bond. And if you give her a form, which she should, because she just needs allies within 3 spaces. Form's only within 2, but like, yeah, just give her an ally nearby. This is now a really good refine. Sonicy is now very usable. Even a base Sonicy is very usable.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing she lacks is reliable follow-up. She's really just a one-hit nuke.
Right.
But that nuke hits hard for the standards of a green mage.
Yeah, I think actually QR on her is really good now, because she's just going to sweep other mages.
Yeah, either QR or Breaker, realistically.
Right. Alright. Let's see if any other Sonicies.
I'll be honest, I'd say she's actually worth considering. If you have enough copies.
I'm getting the refine.
Ooh.
So the reason why I'm getting the refine myself, Chad, is because I have Sonicy and she isn't bad IVs. I believe mine's +res or something. So yeah, like I'm looking forward to this now because this is really good. And this isn't much different. Minus res plus attack, well that sucks. You would want minus defense, but nowadays minus speed because you don't get more speed anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the speed could still help for naturally doubling some units, but realistically, you'd want minus defense or minus speed.
Right. So flower formation, teleporting around other flowers, teleport into your attack res bond is nice. Obviously, that would trigger Niffle Frost flowers, and of course, defense res link with swap. Huh? Not. I don't really believe in the link skill.
Comes
but
with the link.
right,
That's
I
the
know,
only thing.
but I wouldn't really believe in that. So now, how have you guys been using her? Let me show you guys mine.
I haven't done anything with mine since 2018, when I gave her Hone Attack 3 and Iceberg and called it a day.
I'm surprised you guys kept her, actually. I never even
I
had
used her a lot.
Interesting. Because, yeah, she did not ever seem appealing to me as the thing.
Wow, actually, my IVs
Wow.
were actually really bad. Minus HP plus
Ouch.
defense. But you guys can clearly see I used to use her a lot. 9999 SP with 4 KHM. I clearly used her a lot.
Oh man, I have 9,747. I used her a little less, I guess.
And to put in perspective, I never HM farmed, so that was just legitimately using her. But yeah, this is a hero I haven't used in quite a while, but now I'm going to really reconsider it. Though I still do have bad IVs, so.
I mean, it's whatever. You just didn't touch your most important stats, so
Right.
you'll probably be fine. And in the worst case, you slap like Axe Breaker or Lance Breaker on her, and she'll make a very solid generalist unit without having to go too far. This is my opinion.
Let's see if there's a better one.
Wasn't there one on the requests?
There it is. Dig 'em!
Dig 'em.
Oh, yeah, also
there
bad
it
IVs, kind of like mine, really bad IVs. Well, not horrendous. Minus
Well,
attack, it would be
actually
the
a
worst
little
one, I would
better.
say.
A little better.
Plus HP, minus defense, 40 HP, 54 attack, 30 defense, 30 speed, 12 defense, 33 res. Niffle Frost Flowers, drawback, iceberg, speed res form, defense res link, drive attack, speed res form. Kind of feels like if they kept the speed, this would work really well.
I really kind of wish there was at least like 5 left over in here. 5 speed, that would have been fantastic.
Yeah, so it's not a 100% upgrade. If they kept the speed, the double speed res form, and obviously speed res form is pretty easy to get now, considering it's now on a 4-star hero, Wrath. You just got to get him to level 5 stars.
Oh yeah, right. That is the. No wait, that's his 4-star skill. Defense Smoke is his 5-star.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Super cheap.
Okay, well then just put speed res form on her. Well, what you should have. Now it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, even still, you can hit up to 44 speed here. I'd say that's an okay place to start, considering her attack does not need help.
Okay. Well, I don't know. You might not get enough speed because it's just 14 extra, which will only take you to 44.
Like I said, it really just depends on where you need her to be doubling and where you don't. I could see this working, but definitely on a max investment build where you get like 6, 9, 10 extra speed, I would suggest speed stacking her because her attack will not need help. Her res will need help. It's her speed.
Well, if you're max invested, it becomes a lot easier, but I hate arguments that start if you're max invested, because that's not practical for most people.
Yeah. If it's lower investment, I usually am just going to say Breaker for a unit like this, or QR.
Right, so I wouldn't suggest speed res form personally. It would have been okay if she kept the speed from her original refine, but she doesn't, so yeah, I can't suggest it.
It's just a little touchy. Attack res bond is her default, and I think that's a fine option.
Yeah, I'd take attack res bond. Yeah, I don't expect anyone to have plus in Sonic keys because she wasn't that popular, so.
I remember seeing a few back in the day. She was one of the best mage flyers at the time, considering how few there were.
Right. But then I've seen a lot more plus than Tharjas, that's for sure.
That's absolutely true. Which makes me more curious if Tharjas are fine, if anything, because, let's be honest, Tharja has a lot of potential. But for anybody who does have a plus 10 Bridal Sanaki, I could definitely say this is a well worthwhile refine, even if you lose 6 speed.
All right, who would be next? Because I don't think there are more.
Let's start.
After
Let's
this,
start
kind of
with-
just opinion, yeah.
Let's start with Leg Yarn, actually.
Yeah, I would say Leguarn too, personally.
Kylegan, you keep saying me next, but I don't even know which hero you have. So how can I go for you next? I don't even know which hero you have. We're going by order of refines, like determined from like. Usually it's supposed to be worst to best, but I don't know what we're doing today.
We are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be somewhat. Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly just doing worst to best. I don't like it doing it that way too much because, from the respect that it kind of sets the expectation, but then it's also setting up the hype, I guess. So it's a difficult balance there. But yeah, we'll do Leguarn.
Okay. Sure. Any Finns? We've seen a couple Finns. Well, in the list. We haven't seen them yet.
Yeah.
Have you guys, let me just ask you guys real quick since we're just like scrolling right now. Have you guys used any trait fruits on a hero that is not essential for you? Not essential as in like you would not use every week. Right? If you, huh?
My Katarina. Who
Okay.
I pulled a speed copy of after that and regretted my decision thoroughly.
Wow, that's hilariously bad. Yeah. For me, chat, I wouldn't do it for unless it's like a special hero. Cause otherwise, like you could just randomly pull them. You're just like, what was the point of that, you know?
Yep. I learned that the hard way.
I did it for my AR units, right? Same thing for like, for example, my Winter Altino, which was the guaranteed pulled one. I made her plus attack minus speed, but that's because I use her every other week. And obviously, like she's just a really strong unit. But I generally speaking, I haven't wasted any trait fruits or put on anything that's questionable. Is what I'm saying.
Aside from that, I've been very careful since then. Like, for example, my minus attack Bramimond, I knew I wasn't going to pull another one, so I made him plus attack instead, and it's made all the difference.
My Bramimond's minus speed plus defense, so I never touched him.
Yeah. If mine wasn't minus attack plus speed, I wouldn't have touched him. I'll put it that way.
Well, you have the worst possible one. All right, guys. Well, we're going to start Leguarn then. I don't know. Not all of you guys are sending your heroes in, but I guess that's fine. Makes editing easier. My Philadelphia was trait fruited, then the Forma came out, and I had to weigh the pros and cons. Oh god, did you trait fruit her twice?
Oh no.
Oh my god, that's hilariously bad. I cannot even express to you how stupid that would be. The trait fruit, it's not even like, it's literally the same hero twice.
Yep.
Literally, like what? And it's not because you made a mistake. It's because wow.
Just because of circumstances. I mean, if I had built Brunya, I would have used my trait fruits on her, and then realized that her formula was coming around and regretted everything. So, kind of glad I didn't do that, but I know a lot of people who could have. Or probably did. So, those are the worst.
On to Leguarn. We'll do Kylegan. He's been saying it forever, so I hope you actually have a good one. 40 plus 2 plus 10. I see it's null follow-up. 47 HP, 51 attack, 45 speed, 39 defense, 19 res. New, that's a pretty clear symbol.
What do you mean? It's totally not null follow-up. Right?
Reposition, Boombo, Swiss Sparrow, Wind Sweep, Speed, Defense, Rain, Aerobatics. Let's see. Speed plus 3. Grants bonus to units attack, speed, defense, res during combat equals 40% of total bonuses on unit and foe max plus 10. Wait, that is a bit different. What did they do?
They made it, they reworked it basically.
Yeah, it makes it more consistent.
Because before it took 50% as opposed to 40% of buffs on the foe.
Her buff.
With no cap. Only her foe's buffs. And then turn that into her own. No cap. But, considering that you only rely on the foe being stronger, that really didn't make any sense. Because if you are up against a foe with like 6 buff in every stat, she gets 12 in every stat, but then you're really just effectively having 6 in every stat because of the buffs you're already dealing with.
So the way I see it, for example, if they have defense res plus 6, and then that's a total bonus of 12, doesn't she just get plus 4 to everything? Like, what? Wait, how's this work?
So basically, As here's a hypothetical. So first off, in order to get that plus 10 peak, you need 25, which is just a bit difficult. But say you give a Hone Flyers buff to Leg Yarn,
Yep.
and you're up against a foe who gets hit by like a Rally Attack Res Plus buff.
Mm-hmm.
That's effectively a 24 sum, which means that Leg Yarn will get 9 in every stat during combat.
Ah.
Between herself and her foe's buffs. And then if you were to give Leg Yarn like 1 extra buff off that, no matter what it is, she'll get 10.
That's interesting.
So, yeah, it's more in her field because you don't have to deal with an Omega buff foe in order to get these stats. But
Right.
it's also a little harder to get the peak because you have to have more stats overall going into the fight.
Yeah, okay, so to clarify, chat, it used to just be your foe's bonuses. Now it's on unit and foe, and it used to be 50% of foe's bonuses, but now it's 40% of unit and foe. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting how they reworked this.
I think it's a lot better because now Leg Yarn you can actually be up against a foe with no buffs. And if you're hit for like a double flyer buff to hit +6 to all stats, you're gonna get 9 to all stats without any buffs on your foe.
Mm-hmm.
So that could potentially be game shaking right there. So no, it's actually a really solid rework and makes Leg Yarn a lot less risky to play around with. For
Yeah,
buffs.
it actually makes her less of a specialist. I mean, she used to only shine if your enemy team kept buffing themselves. Now she can just be on any team, really, and still shine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That alone just completely fixes my one issue that Leg Yarn had with what her concept wanted to be.
Because I'll be honest, I never really saw many people use her. And when I did talk to people who used her, they're like, wow, the only time they ever mention her is when she like goes up against fully buffed units and then she truly shines. But outside of that, it's just really mediocre. All right, with that said,
people usually would even go to a different weapon like Pledged Blade because she's a high-speed sword flyer, which is rare, but New was borderline useless.
Yeah, I didn't like that. All right, well, that said, at start combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants attack speed, defense, res plus 4 during combat, so 16 extra stats pretty easily. And then, neutralize effects that guarantees foes follow-up attacks and effects that prevent units follow-up attacks during combat. Full null follow-up. Huh?
It's Raijinto refined.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
So that's amazing.
Yeah, she actually has a really amazing weapon then. Your opponent with buffs, you buff, more stats for yourself, way more stats for yourself, inherently +4 to all stats, and null follow-up as well, which also obviously makes wind sweep builds very deadly because you can attack and you can attack. Your opponent can't attack. So long as you outspeed them anyways, and with Swift Sparrow and New's ability, you should outspeed them now because she gets stats very easily. She can find herself with plus... How high does this go? +10, +14? Really easily.
Yeah.
+14.
Let's say you have a maximum flyer buff going on where you have all 6 without any buffs on your foe, which is what Leg Yarn was supposed to be for.
Yep.
If she does that, she effectively hits during combat up to 44 HP, 67 attack, 58 speed, 49 defense, and 30 res.
And we're just
off of New.
Just off of 4 or 5 flyers.
Yeah.
That's kind of nuts.
This is including, it would be 55 defense, 36 res with 4 to 5 flyers.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Flyer. Yeah.
All right.
So, pretty huge.
All right. With that said then, yeah, very good. Let's see any other Leg Yarn builds. Size 6 Fate. Dive Bomb now feels a bit funny, unfortunately, just because Wind Sweep would work very well.
She basically has an omni blade now. It's like Leviatine is supporting Leg Yarn's spirit.
It's not quite like Leg Yarn, because Leg Yarn is a blade, like it just turns to sheer damage. This is just all stats. So it's a more balanced approach.
Even still, it's taking all buffs and putting that back into your stats, which makes more sense, I think, given the archetype.
Okay. All right. With that said, this one is attack defense solo, attack defense menace, and attack speed solo. Yeah, Dive Bomb would be very weird because you have all this defense, especially with New now. Even if you got hit, you're like, oh well, like you're taking virtually no damage. So yeah, Dive Bomb I think is overkill. I think you would definitely take Wind Sweep, owing to it being cheaper and, you know, it's going to be practically the same idea. You should be able to outspeed your opponent as long as you run like Hone Flyers. So
yeah, basically. And definitely buffs, biggest thing, which Menace feed well into.
Right.
they're basically essential to making Leg Yarn work at this point.
Yep. Slap on Dive Bomb. I don't blame you guys though. If you have a Hall of Forms one, why not just give Dive Bomb? But like, now it's just kind of unnecessary.
If anything, the flight build has only gotten much better because her stats are so much better now. Like, she can legitimately use Wyvern Flight to a great extent now.
Well, you're more incentivized to run Wyvern Flight because you're incentivized to buff her. So like, run her for like 4 or 5 flyers, and that Wyvern Flight's way better.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right. So yeah, this is the same idea. Dive Bomb, Swift Sparrow. It's not a bad build. Obviously, none of these builds are bad. It's just Dive Bomb no longer is the cleanest option on her.
Yeah, it really is just Wind Sweep.
I would say, yeah, it's Wind Sweep again here. I would say Trace Skills are also good now, just because I do think if you have like 1, 4, 5 flyers, you're taking virtually no damage. So why not give yourself the ability to retreat, you know?
Yeah. For even in your res department, you'd be effectively getting what now? 10, 6, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Be getting like an extra 16, 17 res, so you'd still be hitting like 30 something res. So your bolt's pretty good overall for hit and run strats.
Right.
But nothing wrong with a good safe wind sweep build. Absolutely.
Shiku, Sheep Steel, Leg Yarn. This one is the Foil, Guard Bearing, Attack Speed. Yeah, Guard Bearing used to be, this Guard Bearing is like, why are we not seeing more Guard Bearing ones? That used to be one of the most common ones I thought I saw. Yeah.
I think Guard Bearing just has like a negative stigma around it, just because of the first hit in enemy phase, so people just don't really like it.
But I do think it is a legitimately solid skill, especially on a unit so physically tanky as Leg Yarn.
Yeah, I would say that too. All right, so Distant Foil Guard Bearing is not bad. Attack Speed Rain. She needed more speed back in the day, and more minus attack helps her bulk more. Attack Speed Solo, Distant Foil. I'm not so sure about Distant Foil. That's the only thing I'm a bit iffy against, but I feel like she's a dual phase hero, especially now.
Yeah, I mean, you could do a DC build, but I mean, Foil feeds well into that 39 defense, but I'd honestly say, especially if you can get like just a little bit of res on the seal, for example, even just straight up just encounter would still work. So I'd probably either stack up more like speed in the A slot or just go straight up DC personally.
Yep. All right. And yeah, chat, please don't spoil. We'll get to stuff eventually. It's just like, come on. It's not the first time we've done this. Just be a bit patient. We'll get to them eventually. It's just, yeah, like, part of this is like, it's fun finding out with you guys, but if, you know, you guys are spoiling, that's not very fun.
Right.
Who's a good first plus 10? A good first plus 10 hero nowadays, huh?
Nowadays, it would probably be a summonable one because Grails are not going to be as easy to get off the bat.
If I were a new player starting out today, I would try to get a plus 10 Benny, but that's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd actually say if you could plus 10 Benny, that would be a huge project for the long term, for long-term success.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Lex is pretty good. Seteth. Can't think of the best arena unit we have right now that's summonable pool besides those.
I mean, I still think Ninja Hannah's good, but Kalik's probably way easier to build.
Yeah. Especially since Kellic will eventually... No, he just had his GHB rerun, so...
Yeah, his next one should be in October, or his final one, I should say.
Oh, right. Okay, then yeah, for a new player, Kellic is definitely worth considering then.
All right, who's next hero though?
So next, let's see, we'll do Finn.
Finn, all right. Tempest.
Okay.
Holy shit, Tempest. Calm the fuck down. Anyways, calm down. I have never even seen Finn. Like, okay, that's not completely true. I've seen like 3 Finns in my lifetime or something, man. Like, what the heck is this?
Oh, you might see more now.
All right, well, 40 plus 7 plus 10 is a max Finn chat. 49 HP, 50 attack, trait fruiter for plus speed, 46 speed, 34 defense, 20 res, loyalty spear, reposition, Ignis, attack speed catch, lull speed defense, attack smoke, attack defense solo. That looks like a lull of multiple colors. Holy crud, what is this? All right, grant speed plus 4. Speed plus 4. He didn't even. They went from demerit of 5 speed on the Brave Lance to speed plus 4. Because it's Ninja Yari. Inflicts defense res minus 4 on unit and unit attacks twice. Even if foe initiates combat, unit attacks twice. Whoa, except it's an improved Ninja Yari.
It's a dual phase Ninja Yari.
And I think, is it Stronger Might too?
Should be. I think it's
I think
one
it's
more
10
might.
It's 10 might, yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's one more might. So it's a stronger Ninja Yari in both phases.
Okay. I gotta call out my boy Legion, because you were kind of like, I'm not sure if they would like give him his speed back, you know? You said that.
I did. I didn't think they would, because he comes to the tech defense too, and he just kind of seemed like he was going towards a more physical side, but not only did they give him speed back, they gave him more speed than he had.
Yeah. So for me, I thought there was a chance he was going to quad, and going forward, oh my goodness.
Perhaps.
Alright, so additionally, at start combat, units HP is over 25%, inflicts attack speed defense minus 4 on foe during combat, and also neutralizes bonuses to foe's attack defense during combat. What?
Yeah.
So it looks like lull everything, but it's more like attack speed minus 4, attack speed defense minus 4, and then lull attack defense.
Yep.
Wow.
It's not lull speed. People are thinking that's a translation error. It's not. So yeah, it's just straight up basically like getting plus 4 to all stats with attack def lull on top. And basically for free too, because it's that silly HP condition.
Right. Well, chat, additionally, because this Finn is running lull speed defense and running attack speed catch, and of course catch runs penalties on your foes, I guess that's why you have attack smoke and attack defense. So, okay, yes, quadding. Quadding is legit because 46 speed inherent, right? There's nothing here adding speed outside the loyalty spear. Attack speed catch adding 7 to 9, and then this is another 3. That's 12 extra speed.
Yep.
That's 12, and that's 4. That's 16. What the heck?
Yeah, so that's a 62 speed Finn.
Okay,
No buffs.
chat, you guys should build this guy because that's a quad lancer. Dual phase quad lancer. Yeah, that's kind of nuts.
Yeah. Finn is the only unit in the entire game with a dual phase Brave Lance, by the way.
Wow.
So that's also a feat.
Is did an interesting take here. Both Sanaki and Finn had like 30 SPD.
Finn got 34 base speed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's
so
34.
He now hits a 41 base speed when he used to have 28.
So chat, this is really impressive because can you imagine this? Finn actually has a defense stat though. With attack defense still on Loyalty Spear, that is 4 plus 6, 10, 44 defense. It's not crazy because you lost loyalty. Well, actually, you lost defense res minus 4, and then you drop their attack by 4. So essentially, you lose nothing. That's funny.
For all intents and purposes, you can basically just say that it's speed defense minus 4 on the foe, and no penalty to def res. If you want to look at it that way.
Right. So of course, your opponent can't buff for their own attack. And so with your attack defense solo having roughly 44 defense here, you can find yourself in a weird situation where you hit Finn one time and he hits you back 4 times.
Yep. And it's not like he's going to hit lightly either, because in this situation, he has what now? 59, 65, 68, 72 attack?
Okay,
quad?
Chat. Yeah, chat. No, Finn. You should build Finn. What? Wait, what the heck? Finn, Arden, these heroes are getting so good.
Yeah, out of nowhere. Suddenly, if you have a brave weapon, you're apparently just going to be amazing.
Yeah. All right, chat. Well, this is an absolute recommend. If you can, if you can afford trait freedom, that's where he's going to really shine. If he quads, he's going to be one of the most deadly units you have. So that depends if you want to trait fruit him. If you can't trait fruit him, just giving him something like attack speed solo with attack speed solo, right? Like double solo would be pretty cool. Like anything to give him more attack, more speed, he'll definitely perform. And the higher
Yep.
levels, you can switch over to giving him more attack and defense instead. But yeah, this guy is very good now.
I mean, I would even go so far as to say that Finn is a top 5 Lance Cavalier in general now. That's just how ridiculous this refine is.
Actually, the one thing that I just realized is Finn is the most accessible free-to-play quad hero in the game.
Yep.
There's nobody that does this easier than Finn.
I mean, Arden literally does it out of the box with
Yeah.
follow-up ring and Arden's Blade.
I guess.
But speed quadding, this is about as good as it gets. Outside of like Ninja Hana. But considering Finn is a dual phase quad bot, that's unique.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
And blue.
right. Wow. I didn't think he would be this good. All I was betting on was like he could probably quad. I didn't expect him to like be this good at it.
Yeah, I didn't think he would actually just be really good at quadding and also in both phases with good attack to boot. Like, this crushed my expectations on Finn.
It's a
Nice,
hard.
I think 2 of
Yep.
the top 5 Lance Cavaliers are both in the free-to-play, or in the Grail pool, being Patrine and Finn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
It's really weird too, and it's not because there's a lack of them, chat. Well, there is a lack of them, but even if there were more, like these are just even if you just compare them overall to all the other units, they're just quality units.
Yeah, like, these guys are not holding back their punches between Patrine and Finn. They're both just legitimately great units in and out of the meta, in and out of the high tier meta.
Mm-hmm.
The only ones I'd say are better are like Ingrid, Dusel, and Zeke, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Like, that's all I would say is better. It's just, it's not even, like you said, it's not, I mean, there aren't a lot of great Cavaliers besides them.
Am I late?
But even if there were, Finn's still very, very good.
Yeah, you are late because we already did leg yard, but you can send yours in because I know you have a good one. All right, let's keep going. Death Knight with his Lance of Legend Finn. This one is basically base, but I will say I think Fury Vantage actually does make some sense now.
Yeah, even, this is what now, 51, 57 attack?
Yeah. So
believe.
the reason why this is deadly is because it's 2 shots. And if you get 2 shots in, as long as you're not hitting like, you know, a paper towel, what the heck, a wet noodle, you'll probably eliminate them before you get hit. So,
yep.
Just to be clear, is a last moment build, so don't mind the C slot low. 1,633,403,346. I just recommend you refresh just to be sure low.
I need to. Oh my god, I need to decrease the length of these messages. You guys are using like every like letter you can put in, and these end up so long as a result. All right, Night J Vasquez. Okay, I'll check it out. Give me a sec. Not Fury Desperation. It feels weird to run Fury Vantage again. That's such an old school thing, but yeah, like this is it's definitely the way now.
Definitely a way to go about it. Though Fury Desperation is just as well. Like, even out of the box, honestly, Finn is not a bad unit. Just have, because he has such a solid base weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I will say personally, I'm gonna refine him immediately when I get the chance. Anyways.
All right. No need to talk about Maribel. We're going to her in like a moment. I just need to put in Leaf Hulk's hero. All right. I see you don't want me to talk. All right, Leaf Hulk. Leaf, you're kidding me. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think Flow Refresh is overhyped. I will tell you, there's only a select few heroes that I think should even bother with it. I don't think Finn's one of them.
You can. I don't think Life and Death works outside of making that beautiful 2611 bulk happen. But I think Finn could theoretically do it. Not to say he should. But I don't know.
I don't know
Katrine
why
would
he would need
definitely-
it. Yeah, so that's
Katrine,
the thing.
Absolutely. But Finn's a fringe case, in my opinion.
Right. So with Life and Death 4, Flow Refresh, Even Attack Wave, and Blade Session, Lono Spear, you essentially have, well, they can't buff for attack and defense, attack speed, defense -4 on your foe. I think Trace skills are his best V slots now, just because you already have lull, and Trace allows you to retreat. The thing is, like, quadding is really nice, but most times you succeed in your first 2 shots, and I'll be clear, against a hero like Fallen Edelgard, you're not doing much anyways. So I don't think 4 shots gets you to kill anyways, because you're still hitting, like, she's still going to be alive after that, and if she's alive, that doesn't really matter.
It's not like you're gonna proc a special anyways.
Actually, to be clear, you attack, and she still gets to attack back, so she bonfires you in the face, and with Life and Death and 26 defense and 46 HP, most likely you're dead. I would say most likely. So...
And outside of Fallen Edelgard, there's not a lot of actual wary tanks going around these days outside of Brave Hector, who is basically the same thing.
Yes, because Vectors
Just a
still
little
run
weaker.
Bonfire, and they will still nuke you.
Yep. And even if it's the Ether set, you're gonna get that Ether in the face.
Yeah,
so...
That's why I'm saying Flow Refresh is overhyped. Like, I see people put this on a lot of heroes nowadays, but I'm just like, why? Trace skills are clearly the way to go.
In Ether Raid's defense, I think it has a serious place because of those wary tanks, but you need units that can actually kill them. Is the only thing.
Yeah.
That's why Patrine uses it so well, because she directly counters one of the heaviest tanks in the game in Edelgard.
Right.
But even a Flow Refresh Axe Cavalier like Maximum Investment Pledging Male Chris, as a hypothetical example, could use it better just because that matchup against Vector is so crucial right now.
Yeah.
As we get more wary tanks, I can see Flow Refresh being more useful in defense on a wider variety. Not so much right now.
Yeah, that's what I'll say as well. So that said, the rest of this, though, it's not bad because you're still at 54 speed and they can't buffer attack and defense, and your attack is at 58, and with even attack wave and blade session and go up to 15, but you're just, there's so much, too many variables here for this to be like very clean, I would say.
Yeah. I personally say, in a practical sense, I would ditch Life and Death for Catch or Solo. And then Wave I would ever use, so I'd probably even just swap that to Attack or Defense Smoke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I would likely do as well. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's not like you commit too hard because it's just 40 plus 2, but you did give him 10 flowers, and you did give him Flow Refresh and Trait Fruit. I agree, though, you should absolutely go for plus speed Fins.
Yeah. It's amazing just how much Finn fundamentally has changed because of this refine. Before he was just kind of a mediocre, like you could make him physical Lance Cavalier. And now he's actually a quad bot, so my build ideas for him have completely shifted.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Refresh is inherently better than Renewal. Yes, of course.
Yes,
but
Renewal
that's not
only good for stalling.
Right, but that's not a high bar considering that's a a free skill.
Yeah, a free launch skill at that.
All right, let's do the last one, which would be GG. Oh, this is a big one. 4 plus 10 plus 10 also max, but this one is plus attack. Oh. Interesting. I would say the old school ones probably wanted plus attack. Maybe? Yeah. I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
Because the reality is Trait Fruits aren't that old, so
Well, yeah, but even still, they're over a year old at this point, and Finn was not looking good at the time.
49 HP, 53 attack, 43 speed, 34 defense, 20 res, plus attack version, loyalty spear, reposition, ether, distant counter, allow attack speed, joint drive attack, speed defense solo. This is interesting because your quadding ability is really high. Your speed, -4, essentially takes you to 47, 50, 56 speed pretty easily. Joint drive attack gets you +4 attack. +4, +4, 8, 61 attacked. So you can quad pretty easily. 61 attacks, nothing. Ether, that's not gonna happen though.
Yeah,
it's 5 shots.
Arena scoring on this without Blue Dual Cav is a no-go.
Yeah. Plus defense though, this does have 44 defense, so that's not bad.
Yeah. If you're gonna do this kind of build, which is more so leading into the 2-tap, I probably focused more on attack with attack speed solo.
Actually, it's 48. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, I'd probably swap to something like attack speed solo with a bonfire or even glimmer potentially, and just try to straight up 2-tap units rather than go for the tank or even the quad.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is interesting.
Oh yeah,
Huh.
this is one of those fins.
Well, this Finn definitely got his right amount of love. I just don't think he's a DC hero. His res is too low for it. Nowadays, if you make a DC hero, I have to recommend, because back in the day, I could recommend DC on like a hero like Hector. I mean, he comes with DC, but he had a huge enough HP stat where it worked out. But nowadays, because heroes hit so damn hard, yeah, if your res is too low, they'll just one-shot you and it won't even matter.
Yeah. And I mean, unlike Leg Yarn, Finn doesn't really get res in his kit. In fact, he loses some and just neutralizes that. So, outside of a DC Vantage build, which is feasible, I wouldn't really say DC overall is the most practical. Not to say it's unusable, just not the easiest.
The one issue I have with DC Vantage is because he's not the hardest hitter. He's like, again, because he's leaning towards quadding more than 2 extremely strong hits. He's leaning towards quadding. He's not the best DC Vantage hero as a result. Like, his potential will show up on the second half of the 4 shots, not on the first half.
Right. I think the one reason why he can really use it well is because right now there aren't a lot of tanky green units in defense teams, whereas red, you have Dual Leaf proliferating the entire upper tiers, and Finn should pretty handily 2-tap him.
Okay.
So, at least for the current meta, I can see it being really reasonable to go for DC Vantage, but otherwise, especially in the more general meta, I'd probably switch to something more melee focused.
Mm-hmm. Does the lull work here? The attack part doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
The lull, the nullification of like attack buffs doesn't do anything. It's a speed nullification as well as attack speed -3. In other words, I would just go get traces. I think traces are going to be the best slot for him. Best B slot for him.
But foregoing ignoring foe speed buffs to get Kanto, I think is a totally worthwhile exchange, if possible.
Okay. And our last hero then, because I don't think there's anybody else. Yeah, I'll check the main list real quick and then I'll see.
Right?
Yeah. As for my friends, I don't really think. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. All right.
I know there are some people out there who are big Finn fans and have been waiting a long time for this, so
Archimedes,
for those people especially.
Archimedes said he made a rough one, so I don't want to start there. And I know Crazy Chan's a horrible player, so I don't want to start there.
I do have a screenshot from him though, so.
Ranchelo's pretty good. All right.
All right.
I guess I'll go with. This is hard. I want the first one to really show off the promises the character could show off, but I guess we'll just go from this list first.
Oh, strap yourself in.
All right, let's go for Guy.
Unique.
Huh?
It's most certainly unique.
Okay. Guy's Maribel, plus HP, 40 plus 2 plus 10, 4 HP, 52 attack, 36 speed, 18 defense, 30 res. This one's pretty committed to attack speed push, dazzling staff, savage blow, attack speed solo. All right, let's see. Punishment staff is now. It is still TA. Calculus damage from staff like other weapons. Okay. If unit initiates combat, it grants attack speed +4 during combat. After combat, if unit attacked, inflicts triangle adept on target and foes within 2 spaces. Attack speed +4. That was projected on as well. And then.
This is the funny part.
At start of turn, if units within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack +6 and cancel affinity to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit. She's granting cancel affinity?
Yep,
When Shamil guessed that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was actually accurate.
Holy frick. Okay, guys. I know not everyone's a fan of projections, because you're like, well, what's the point? They might be wrong. Well, sometimes they get them. I still remember when I read Shamil, like, thinking she would get canceled, and it was like, Shamil, that's like, why? Why would... That's not going to be a... No, it's a thing.
It's a thing. It's actually even better because it's a buff. It's an actual buff status.
And they actually changed the cancel affinity effect to be better for the unit itself.
Yeah. So, this version of cancel affinity unlike the regular one, does not nullify your own advantages through Triangle Adept. So it only can do the positive effect of reversing Triangle Adept on the foe if they're at an advantage.
You know what this is actually is? This is cancel. This is cancel Affinity 4, chat.
Basically.
It's a cancel Affinity 4.
The icon's even different for the buff status. It's a little spiral with some white in it, kind of like a lollipop.
That's friggin' hilarious. Cancel Affinity was dead, but now it's back, but only back with Maribel. That's so cool.
But I'll just say this outright. This can legitimately, if used
This
appropriately,
refrain is
set up an
crazy.
entire
Her
meta for
cancel
herself.
Affinity doesn't cancel the allies TA so she can be teamed up with TA users. TA cancel affinity is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
This can see use in Catalans or against them, for example.
Yeah, so no disadvantage is a huge thing. The new cancel Affinity, if unit has weapon triangle disadvantage, reverses weapon triangle advantage granted by foe skills for 1 turn. That's it. There's nothing about your own advantages going away.
Yep. This is a very interesting skill combo. So first off, it must be noted that this only works on foes skills. So you can't run Triangle Adept yourself and turn disadvantages matchups on their head. But if they're hit by the Trilemma status, or if they come with TA, say Cecilia for example, then you'll still be able to get this.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who don't fully get how Cancel Affinity works, because it's so confusing, basically what happens is that if you're at a loss in the triangle, say a red unit against a blue unit, instead of having a 40% disadvantage because TA stacks the 20% disadvantage on top of itself, it instead takes that and makes it a negative 20% advantage, meaning that it actually clashes with the normal triangle to make a 0%. So in other words, if a red unit's against a blue unit, for example, instead of being at a disadvantage, it's neutral.
Yep.
So, at best, you're getting a 40% advantage through Triangle Adept, like a red unit on a green unit or a blue unit on a green unit. Rather. And then at your worst, you're doing a neutral matchup against what you should normally be losing against.
That's why this is so huge, because turning disadvantaged matchups into neutral is just huge for you.
Yep. And it's so easily, too, because as long as Maribel gets the Trilemma status off, it's probably going to hit most of the enemy team, and healers tend to go first.
Yeah.
Then follow that
Sometimes
with
as well to
Cancel
CA
Affinity
don't
buff
stack, as you said.
very
I
easily.
mean, we both figured ITDB like
Yeah.
Cancel
this,
Affinity
but
does not
at
stack.
least
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
able to
yeah.
confirm that now.
Yeah.
But,
We
yeah.
we talked at length last time about that. Yeah, it would not stack.
Yeah, no. But basically, Maribel goes in, hits everybody with Trilemma, and now they're all stuck with TA, but since she buffed her allies for Cancel Affinity and attack +6, which is just cool, now they can go in, and even if they're against the bad matchups, say, for example, Cecilia into Henriette, as an example, instead of actually just getting completely trashed, it actually just turns into a neutral matchup, meaning that the unit can
Even
use their own
easier.
potential.
Yep.
You can just have your allies have TA and give Maribel's Cancel Affinity.
Nope.
That is not
Cecilia's
the
an amazing
case.
teammate.
That is not how
Yeah,
this
as we
works.
said, it doesn't work with your skills. That's not the same thing anymore. Like the TA skill.
Yeah. Yeah, CA never worked like that. It always goes off the foe skills. Otherwise, you'd be able to run TACA.
Yeah, TACA was
But-
never a thing.
Yeah. That
I mean,
said,
people tried it and then don't realize it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. It looks funny though,
It does.
but it doesn't work.
All right. Well, that
but-
said,
yeah.
there's even attack +6. That's just unnecessary, but thank you. Attack +6 as well. If you're within 2 spaces, you also get attack +6. Wow.
Yep. As
Cool.
a visible buff, to note. Which, by the way, means that if you have a unit with need for a buff status, Cancel Affinity counts. So you can't remove that by panic or anything, which is cool. But this Maribel alone actually can legitimately take Aether-Raid's defenses and
You
flip
sure?
them on their
The
head.
Cancel Affinity status is not
Yes,
negating
Sigma
your own
Sensei,
skills.
we're
Only
sure.
Cancel
We-
Affinity
The
skill.
Cancel Affinity description says for foes skills, not units.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oado, thank you so much for 6 months. Welcome back. You are now a silver star. Can we get some Nimious wows? Thank you so much for supporting me.
Here's some perspective. So I put this into stream guests. This is your
Mhm.
prototypical Fortress Defres Keaton, New Year's Keaton. against the story chapter of Summer Freyr.
Okay.
With both Cancel Affinity and Triangle Effect added on top.
Okay.
So as you can see, Keaton would normally be at a disadvantage here, and Freyr, being the super tank he is, would take nothing and probably almost kill Keaton in one round. But because the triangle is effectively neutralized here instead, Freyr actually is at a losing matchup in this particular case. Just because it's essentially a green on green,
Alright, everyone have a
meaning
good night.
Keaton
I
will
have
win
to go to
because he's a
work.
better physical tank
Contra.
overall.
Take care, Watermelon, and thank you. I'll try. We'll try.
But yeah, this just puts it into perspective that at your worst, you're never going to have a disadvantage as long as you meet the TACA matchup requirements.
I think the reason why this was so confusing was just like, is Keaton just doing this on his own because his defense is monstrous? I couldn't tell just from the screenshot.
Yeah, I couldn't either, but now the Keaton has like about 60 defense, but it's Summer Freyr, and Summer Freyr has a lot of everything.
Yeah.
The fact that he's even doing effectively 2 natural damage because of his weapon says a lot, given how tanky both these units are.
I think it should also be mentioned that this status does not do anything to effects that like rely on you having a triangle advantage or triangle disadvantage in your weapon, for example, like Duo Hinoka's weapon to get the Brave effect, because as you can see in that previous image, Freyr still technically has the triangle advantage, even though the percentages were just kind of fluctuated. So his the effect like that was still activate.
Yep. Doesn't actually fundamentally change the triangle. It just changes what that triangle ends up doing.
Okay.
So, yeah. Put this into a defense team, and you can basically make it so that units that are normally supposed to have triangle advantage against some of the most nasty units in the meta, again, like Brave Hector into Duo Leaf, normally should be an advantage for him. It actually just becomes neutral, and depending on the circumstances, he can get overwhelmed very quickly.
Yeah. Well, it would have showed better if there was image reforge before Trilemma worked. So yeah, it is a bit confusing to see that image. Again, Keaton's base defense is so high that you kind of expect them to take very little damage even at disadvantage. But yeah. It could have been shown a bit better, but I hope that gets across to you guys. Additionally, though, I just want to point out the reason why I'm so impressed is because she essentially has a super attack tactic, is a better way to wording it, as well as a cancel affinity now.
That status effect just to tag certain skills that proc off of it.
What? It's almost like weapon advantage and disadvantage is an in combat status effect just to tag certain skills that proc off of it. Wait, what?
I kind of can see where that's going, but not really.
Okay. Anyways, I think some of you guys are very confused. Is what I'll say. Okay. I don't think we can explain it better. To be honest, we even gave you a screenshot. So, essentially, all you need to know is cancel affinity truly works now in the 100% way, where it doesn't mess you up, and TA now makes perfect sense on Maribel, because your opponents are now no longer using it against you. So there you go. As long as she's within 2 spaces.
As long as they're buffed.
Well, yeah, as long as they're buffed. That's right.
Yeah, as long as they're buffed, you cannot have Triangle Adept turned against you. At worst, you're making a neutral matchup overall.
Yes. So she's interesting from that respect. And of course, the buffs also work on herself, which is funny enough.
Yep.
So now she's not terrified of Raven Tome heroes. And likewise, well, and at minimum, she also gets herself own +6 attack. So she actually gets to hit even harder, which is incredible because she was like the hardest hitting healer at one point. So now she's not quite there, but like she's still hitting hard again.
Yeah, for perspective's sake, she hits for 53 natural attack, where somebody like say Summer Hilda, for example, would normally hit 57. But because of that innate attack +6 buff, you could essentially say that Maribel is a standalone 59 attack healer without having to rely on anybody. So that's not bad considering how old she is at this point. Like, she's not going to slouch as far as the damage output goes before her allies get the chance to do anything.
Right. So to calc it here, it's 7 plus 6, 13. 17 extra attack takes you to 69. If she self-buffs, it's 75 attack. And her speed is high again, because that's 13, 17. And that takes you to 53. That's not bad.
Considering this is a plus HP Maribel,
Yeah.
not bad at all.
Not bad. All right, I know this is confusing, and this is really unfortunate because this is something that they should be doing more. I doubt it because that'll make Maribel not special. She's special now. She's absolutely special. But yeah, like, man, this is so huge because just not worrying about a disadvantage is so huge.
Yep. And making her advantage even better.
Yeah. So the reason why I bring this up, Chad, is because there are matchups, like, for example, Liv has a lot of defense, right? But if he goes against Hector, he's gonna get nuked because he's disadvantaged, even though he has so much defense. Well, in my setup, he's gonna have a lot of defense. I know his actual base defense isn't that great.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is, if he can take a hit and he can shoot twice, he might actually do something. You know, that's what I'm trying to bring out.
Yeah. Like, for that scenario, it would basically be as though Dual Leaf is actually a blue mage going in against Hector. And
instead
that
of
is
a red
actually
mage.
a considerable amount of damage.
Yes.
If not death. Like, it could actually just be a straight up one round instead of losing.
Right.
Which is huge.
Right. So I hope that illustrates why this is such an important thing. I know this is a bit confusing, but yeah, that's probably the easiest way of looking at it. Like, a red mage gets turned into a blue mage if they have cancel affinity.
Right. In effect, basically, Maribel is a meta for herself.
Right.
She literally fundamentally defies the triangle on her own.
Yep.
Which is enormous.
Yep. So now you can have, like, monocolor teams and it wouldn't even be terrible. I mean, it could become terrible once the buff runs off, but it wouldn't be the worst thing.
Yeah, you could theoretically do it with some level of effectiveness at this point. If, like, you have a bunch of really good blue units, you won't just immediately get stonewalled by, like, Gustav, for example.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
So that's actually quite solid.
Yeah, so...
And I will say, as a small note, you can even use her in offense, technically, if you want to make those same matchups that would normally be difficult for your tanks easier. Have her go in, do some poking, and then let a savior tank, for example, do the rest. At that point, they'd be able to make their matchups that, for example, TA Cecilia, for example, that would normally be a nightmare for Hector, but because of cancel affinity buff, you'd be able to go in just fine.
Yeah.
On offense. So even that's worth considering to a degree.
All right, let's look at some builds. As good as she is, unfortunately, I know you guys don't have too many of her. She was very rare, even though she's super cute and all, but she was very rare.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, she's going 4-star specials, so a little easier to get.
My guy, why? Just go attack speed solo. If you're gonna use attack speed push 3. With attack speed bond, I don't even want to look at this. Diego, what are you doing? You even have a minus HP plus attack. By the way, minus HP, 31 HP. Christ, you're gonna get one-shotted by a lot of things. It doesn't really matter, but come on, man. Why even bother with attack speed push 3?
Yeah. I mean, solo is harder to get, but I'd rather just... I mean, I guess you could just be building up to it.
I mean, Ogma's here right now. It's the easiest way to get it, but yeah, maybe you want to wait. I don't know. Thunt. Oh my god, Thunt. Why don't you just say it? Wow.
She does use
Well, I hate
something. Yeah.
Okay, so
She could just use Fortrace to apply TA and then dip in that scenario.
no. No. I don't really. Okay, sure. I don't think it's a big deal.
Thing.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah.
I don't think it's okay. Anyways, 40 plus 10 plus 10, 40 HP, 55 attack, 42 speed, 22 defense, 33 res, punishment staff, restore plus, miracle, attack speed, catch 4, dazzling staff 3, odd recovery 3, blade session. This is how to make offense healer in 2021. Attack speed, catch, dazzling staff, odd recovery, or Wraithful, depending on which one your staff is, but it's usually dazzling.
Yep. This is not even just this is terrifying.
So, Chad, the reason why this is so scary, well, for now, because safe defense is coming, but turn 1 unstoppable pushes with Maribel for the next week or so, I guess, it's going to be very scary to deal with. But with that said, the reason why this is so scary is because you can't lock these teams down. Odd Recovery gets rid of it. Blade Session with attack speed catch would itself add up to 9 and 9 extra attack and speed. So for 18, and then this one is 6 and it's extra 6 attack and then 4 and 4 inherently. So what I'm trying to say is it goes to a maximum of 9 plus 9, 18, 22, 22 speed and 28 attack. If everything is fully triggered, she will destroy you.
Which isn't even that hard to hit 64 speed and 83 attack.
Yep. And you might be like, well, I have Raven. Doesn't matter. These tomes don't matter anymore.
Well, only TA Raven, because she has to actually put the TA status first.
Ah, you're right. If they double down on it. Okay.
Yeah, if it's TA Raven, because it doesn't stop Raven Tome, it only stops Triangle Adept itself.
Yeah, that's
but
right,
TA
actually.
Raven, like Fallen Leon, I know is fallen off, but if he is there, for example, that is going to screw him over.
Right.
As an example.
You're right. Okay, yeah, don't forget that part. It's the TA part, not the Raven Tome part. I know that was a bit of mix-up. I actually didn't mix that up for the longest time, but you guys are confusing me in the chat, talking about it for a long time. All right.
Even still, even if you're dealing with a Mystic Boost tank, you're still going to do some damage. And the worst part is, it's still a Miracle Healer with Restore Trapping and Odd Recovery. So you're probably still going to, in some degree, be an absolute menace.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. My fan keeps turning off, and I have to keep going to my window to turn it on. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't even have it on auto. It just keeps turning off by itself. All right. Ruby Sakurai, Ruby Senpai. Speed Res Form, Dazzling Staff, Hone Cav, even Res Wave.
I mean, okay.
This is very poverty, and I don't really know what the point is, because her Res wasn't great. I guess you can take a magical hit now. And she did need more speed, but she's a Cav unit, so she runs away from your allies very easily, so...
Healer slots, unfortunately, are not the best.
Yeah.
I use speed plus 3.
I would, yeah. Honestly, I'd rather take speed plus 3, because if he runs all 3 spaces, she's out of range now.
Yeah. And Home Cav is somewhat redundant, so I don't know.
Yeah, because you gotta remember, Punishment Staff gives you plus 6 attack to everybody, not just Cavs. So it's just be speed plus 6 to your Cav units, which is kind of meh. All right.
Yeah.
That's everybody. Huh.
What'd you think?
Huh. Let me bring the image up so I can give you a summary.
Of course.
Oh. All right, guys, what did you think of everything as a whole? Because for me, I think what impressed me the most ended up being Loyalty Sphere, because again, I didn't expect him to quad.
I didn't think Finn would go from useless to top tier.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
Right. Because this guy can quad on both phases. We didn't have a Lancer who could do that, and now we have one, and he's free to play? Excuse me? So yeah, and it's dual phase, which is what makes it exemplary. And so he also gets lull attack, but it's not just lull attack, it's lull attack, speed, and defense, but the lull portion of attack defense is there as well. So as a whole, you really can't ask for more. I'm just so impressed. He really became exemplary.
One of a kind, top cut stuff, very high flexibility, and very high potential.
Yeah.
Anywhere from the lower investment to max. Even just as a one-off, amazing unit. So I am thoroughly impressed with Finn.
But I will
For
say...
me-
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry,
I was gonna say,
for me,
I
I'm
will
guessing
say,
those two. Okay.
while that is the one I really find impressive, Punishment Staff is something I didn't even believe. Like, we saw the projections for this, and we were, me and Legion both didn't really believe it would happen. Like, I thought there might be a slight chance. I believe it said, we'll see. I didn't, like, shut it down immediately, but I didn't believe in it. Like, I thought there was a chance, but I didn't think it was a really big chance. To see IS actually take that route and fix Cancel Affinity, for, like, the 20 people out there with, like, Maribel's, some of them might show up now because she's actually become very, very useful in any defense team.
She legitimately is now one of the healer cabs to consider on just about any Ether Raid's defense team. She's that powerful.
Yeah, there's lots of applications that you can use her in, and it's not just like a niche thing. It's definitely something that has potential to be like not just unique but viable too.
Right, like it's no gimmick. This is legitimately a really good, someone out of nowhere refine that takes everything everything Maribel did unique with Trilemma, which still is the only inheritable source of Trilemma, and somehow made it not just practical, but meta, potentially. So that surprised me, and I'm actually really interested in its applications.
Punishment Staff makes Savians better, right? Well, they make everybody better, because again, you don't have to worry about disadvantaged matchups.
Yeah, Savior tanks can now tank a lot better because they don't have to worry about units that normally would counter them, which is huge.
When are the refines coming? I'm sorry. We were just looking at people's units with the refines. Alright, anyways. But yeah, that's your weapon refines, chat. Hope you guys enjoyed.
What about the other three?
Oh, I did think they were, meh. I wouldn't go say meh. They were good. They just didn't blow me away in the biggest of ways. Like Loyalty Spear and Punishment Staff, I think, were the most unique ones. I think Dark Mistletoe, it's good, but realistically, it's like an additional 14 attack, which works out to 5 extra defense as well. So it's not crazy.
Yeah.
But it's I don't think that's enough to bring him back. We'll see. And I think Nifl Frostflowers losing speed was a bit iffy with me, so I'm not like 100% thrilled with it. I love how much extra attack you get, but again, I did think they were gonna give up the speed. Like I thought that was believable, but I mean it bites because I did like having a bit of speed. I don't think it's the biggest deal, but it's hard for me to endorse a refine when they lose a benefit. Right?
Yeah.
I think Punishment Staff could actually have some synergy with Nifl Frostflowers just because of Nifl Frostflowers liking the attack bonus from an ally, just because Punishment Staff gives that attack +6 as a bonus.
Oh, yeah. So it's basically 12.
Pretty much.
The drive. It's worth considering.
Yeah. Oh, also, yes, we only care about favorites, not best, because then it would be boring. Everyone would be expect to say the same thing.
Of course, though, Mew is no slouch or refine either. I'd definitely say it's probably about as good as the other two best ones, in my opinion, if not just a little less flashy, because no follow-up is just one of the most powerful skills in the game.
Yep.
On a flyer, especially.
Yep. Yep. So, it's not flashy because it's basically just Ryoma's Reginto, but a part of it. So it's funny in that way. But no, we know how good that is. It's just like it's not groundbreaking because it's basically the same thing done again with a slightly improved base effect. So that's the reason why it's good. Obviously, it's really good. The other part about it is like maybe she doesn't really want Wind Sweep. Maybe she wants Water Sweep because her res is so low and her defense is actually going to get pretty high.
Actually, kind of true, because then you'd be able to go into dragon matchups a lot more favorably. Not that there's a lot of them, but you could.
Right.
And not have to deal with their wary fighters in any cases.
Right.
Say, I guess, against Saros, for example. So.
Yeah. So it's really weird, because I didn't think she needed, like, Wind Sweep, which would automatically be, like, the most suggested build now. But I didn't really think she needed it anyways, right? If you just give her one Fortify Flyer, she's going to be fine.
Yeah. No, her potential is seriously an intriguing one because she kind of does everything. Her res is a bit lacking, but she kind of do whatever she wants. And no follow-up really lends well into that. Mm-hmm. So, Leg Yarn, I think, has some serious potential. And I feel bad that she's surrounded by Titans, but that's a really solid refine. Simple, but very good.
All right. Real quick, chat. I had to laugh at something.
What's that?
All right, chat. Let me show you guys here. Sigma Sensei at Sigma Sensei. Yes, but CA doesn't do anything if the opponent doesn't have TA. I'm really happy that you now know how it works, Sigma Sensei, and now you're telling yourself exactly how it actually works. And I like how Andre says Sigma Sensei true.
Just leaving a little note.
This I'm sorry. All right, Sigma Sensei, you're doing great. I'm sure you're gonna remember now.
Sure, we're all gonna remember now. In 2 days when Laura Shell beats us.
All right. Anyways, we're gonna go over to Tempest trial stuff. I didn't tell it to myself, Nims. Okay, well, don't at yourself if you're not telling yourself. All right.
Here's a slightly better example. Slightly. So, dang it, I did these backwards. But second image first image second. I did them backwards. Let me. So this is a Cecilia before and after Trilema.
All right, one sec. Let me bring it up. Wait, why couldn't you just put it together?
Because this is how I got them.
Oh, all right. So this is gonna be a bit weird to show you guys, but I do want you guys to get this across.
Courtesy of Diggum for this one.
Thank you, Diggum.
All right, we can get Shark Drunk out there because he's dumb. All right, so we tried showing this better. So this didn't go too well, but we'll do it like this.
So that one would be after, but
right.
yeah.
All right, so first image, right? Cecilia attacking. Wait, this is
Second one's first.
second one is first.
Image posting, man.
Okay, to try and clarify this entire mess, I think this is a better example than Keaton because that's a bit confusing. Cecilia versus Nemesis, and we all know Nemesis has quite a bit of res. So Cecilia, 42 HP against Nemesis with 45 HP, so 15 attack times 2, right? It's just 30 damage. This is before any cancel affinity, right?
Yep.
Wait, is this before cancel affinity and attack plus 6?
I believe this is just she has the cancel affinity buff, but this is before the penalty.
But yeah, she does have the attack plus 6, I think.
Okay, because
Yeah, so
that's why, because the second image where shows with cancel affinity, she now gets the kill. That's like a lot more damage than I thought. So that's with also with attack plus 6. Okay. What we're trying to illustrate here is there's no longer that weapon disadvantage Cecilia is having. Likewise, Nemesis doesn't have weapon advantage, but he's not attacking, so you don't get to see it. But it's now a neutral matchup, right? Instead of a green mage attacking a red mage, Cecilia is more like a red mage attacking, you know, well, did I say red? Well, whatever. She's like a green mage, but she's no longer being counted as a green mage. She's more like a red mage attacking in this scenario.
Yeah. Exactly. So makes the better matchups much better, but the worst matchups neutral, which is huge.
It wouldn't be quite accurate to say she's a colorless mage. It wouldn't. Even though in a way it's like that, it wouldn't be quite accurate.
Yeah. You could, but it's, I mean, where she does best, she does best.
Yeah, so that's why I don't.
So, yeah.
Right. So, anyways, let's try that again because I think it's a bit messy. All right.
Yeah.
First image, chat. 15 times 2. This is with weapon disadvantage. So Cecilia is only hitting 15 times 2, and Nemesis is somebody we know has quite a bit of res. Of course, he survives. Now, if you put cancel affinity onto her, and she has the plus 6 attack as well, it now turns to 27 times 2 because it's no longer like a green mage attacking a red sword hero. It's more like a red mage attacking a red sword hero. So her matchup went from disadvantaged, and Nemesis' matchup went for an advantage, to both of them becoming neutral. So it's now a neutral matchup. So if it helps you think about it that way, it's like a red mage. She's like a red mage now attacking. So in other words, it's a neutral matchup, and this is why it's so important because you can run heroes. You can run heroes who are like specialists against other heroes without watching them fall completely behind. Because I'll be honest, whenever I fight Cecilia's, I'm ecstatic. because I have red heroes and I'm gonna win. So yeah, Cecilia is such a good hero for countering like Vector, but you wouldn't really run her in your Aether Raids defense team because if she doesn't fight Vector, she's almost worthless. Almost. I mean, she's also effective against flyers, right?
Yeah, and Colorless because of Raven Tome, so she could fight like Edelgard, kind of.
Right. So if you can run Maribel for Cecilia, she's now a much more deadly hero. Before she would only be looking for like specific matchups, and now she's just going to be okay with like most matchups.
Yeah. Not to say she'll be overwhelming in them, but she isn't going to immediately lose either.
Yeah. So, I hope that illustrates things, chat, but that's why this is important. That's why if you have Maribel now, she's such a boon to your team. Never mind the fact that she's just buffing for everybody for 6 attack anyways, right? She's just such a boon.
Yeah. Even, like, she's a healer that does attack tactic for free. Yeah, at the minimum, without even considering her gimmicks.
Yep.
So, just an overall consistent upgrade.
Yep.
And she's in the 4-star special pool, so you never know when you might get her.
Yep. All right. I hope people like Sigma Sensei are not so confused that they have to remind themselves what it does now. So I hope that clarifies it, chat. But yeah, there's no detriment to TA now, so that's the important part.
The age-old struggle of trying to know what Cancel Affinity does.
It's not even like really most players' faults because almost nobody used it.
And it's weird in how it's worded too.
Yeah.
So it's just a really hard skill to understand off the top.
All right. Okay. So next part we're gonna do check out Tempest Trials. And by the way, if you guys didn't know already, I mean I knew since yesterday. Freya into the finals against. I can't believe it.
How did he make it?
The shonen boy Caspar. Loud, tiny, partially obnoxious. Congratulations, you made it to the finals. I can't believe it. Can you guys believe it? The one black eagle made it through. The swath of golden deers. I can't even believe it. Caspar. Making Black Eagles proud.
One demote.
Well, Freya, I think a lot of people expected her to make it through. She was overwhelmingly the favorite. And I know, but there used to be people who were like asking me like, Nims, why do you bother running polls? Everyone's just gonna be more excited about the harmonics. Well, that's not true. Young Innis, for example, was more popular than every hero in his young hero class. Likewise, Freya was more popular than the harmonics, and well, Freya's much more clear, but yeah, she was much more popular than Sheeta, so.
Yeah, I think that she actually might be one of the most popular seasons we've ever had.
Exactly. On to the finals. Good luck, Caspar, because this is going to be hard. This is literally... This is... this is literally a bad dojin. Jeez.
Oh, I hate that concept.
Yeah. Well, at least Caspar is going to understand by the end of this who's the real mama.
That's what you think.
And bleach for the eyes and the ears.
Alright, so let's see the Tempest Trial stuff.
Alright.
Freya's only got one bonus in all day. Yeah, we're not going to have any bonuses.
No.
I'm pretty sure it exists and I read it. I'm pretty sure you read it.
That makes things worse.
Alright, Summoning Focus Tempest Trials Plus is here, and Sir is back on a banner, but damn it, Camilla!
Boss is an amazing concept.
Damn. Well, thanks for ruining things, Camilla. But yeah, I love Surtur coming back. Just this
Look
is
at that beautiful smile.
Yeah, his smile, man. You know, that's such a mood. That's how I want to approach today, chat. With the fury of somebody with the blessing of a god. I'm about to conquer the universe.
Yes.
That's a mood if I've ever seen one. All right. Summoning Focus Tempest Trials Plus. It is coming out on August 3rd. Wait, it's already here. And then it is ahead of Tempest Trials Plus event starting on August 6th. Ice and Flame 2. There's a Summoning Focus event for the Tempest Trials Plus bonus allies. And this time around, it is Hinoka, Warrior Princess, Camilla, Bewitching Beauty, Sir, Ruler of Flame. From among the bonus allies are available as part of 5-star focus. And in terms of the bonus heroes, of course, it is all the banner heroes, being Dual Hinoka, Pirate Surtur, Pirate Nacella, Pyravica. Well, I'm just glad she's here. And then, of course, Lithis, who is, I'm happy is not the first king of anything. Anyways, Hinoka, Camilla, Surtur. And let's just see what Faye has to say. 3 members of royal families are here. What a grand summoning focus. Royal, yes, Surtur's absolutely from a royal family. It's not how I view him, though.
Well, there, you could say 4 if you count Nasala. Or 5 if you count... Never mind.
Yeah. All right. August 3rd. And, well, oh, I already saw it. Tempest Plus is coming soon. Of course, Lithis is our free hero. And our first seal is the Spur Attack Defense 1 seal.
There's only 2 left. Speed Defense and Spur Speed Res.
I'm sorry,
First
but...
Spur in a long time.
Yeah, I was just about to mention, when was the last time we got a Spur seal?
I don't remember, but
Yeah,
since
not
I
for a
used
while.
them a lot in my Abyssal solos, I kind of wanted this seal sooner.
Was
yeah,
this?
this is probably the best Spur seal in my opinion.
Yeah, because we have attack speed, so finally attack defense? Sure.
Yep. Good for physical tanks.
It only
Really good.
took 2 years. I really feel like it's been 2 years since we got a Spur seal, chat. Or longer, actually.
Almost.
It's-
Almost.
I can't even... I don't even remember. Seriously, it's been forever.
I don't remember. Spur attack speed would think was the last one, and that was a long time ago.
All right. In terms of 15k points, of course, we get Golden Lithis, and we'll go through his skills later, but we already saw them, but I'll go through it later. Study... What?
So,
Yep.
yeah, you almost got spoiled earlier, because actually that is the seal.
Wow. Well, thanks, whoever, for spoiling it. I wouldn't have believed it.
You didn't.
Why would Steady Breath be a seal?
I guess because it's
question.
not like as prevalent as it used to be, so it's not super
Because
game breaking.
it's only 4 defense. That's
You're
the
gonna
only
tell me
reason.
this isn't super game breaking?
Oh no,
I-
this seal is absolutely breaking. It just wasn't as good on the A slot anymore.
It's
Because
amazing for some heroes, but it's not like game breaking.
oh, I'm sorry. All the Winter Altinas are now beyond jacked for no friggin' reason. And by the way, all you people who gave her a breath, get effed. That's such a
Ouch.
waste. Because obviously
Yeah.
they're going to go back to Unity, and you're going to use Sacred Breath Seal instead.
Breath is now just worse than the A slot. You're best off using Unity, or if you use a tier 4 stance skill, you can now get effectively Special Fighter in the enemy phase at all times.
Wow.
That's what
Also, I saw a bit of confusion about this. Steady Breath is not a 300 SP skill, it is 240. So if you're expecting it to score higher in Arena, it will not.
Nope.
Oh, wait. It was 300 SP.
No, it's 240.
No,
Always
the A skill.
No, it's always been 240.
Nope,
Oh.
it's always been 240.
I thought it was
It's kind of-
300.
Nah, it came out before 300 SBA slots. It came out on Bike a whole year before the first 300 SBA slot, besides DC and CC. Being Deathblow 4.
Holy shit, though. But that doesn't... Chat, you guys realize why this is game breaking, right? The Black Knights don't even need to use Special Fighter anymore. They can just run the Steady Breath Seal instead.
Yeah, they could run Crafty Fighter now if they want. Or Slip
Yeah,
Fighter even.
same thing for like every near saver too.
Yeah.
Gustav, for example, could run Crafty Fighter with Steady Breath and Close Defense 4, so now he can proc Ignis on his second shot, as opposed to having to wait all the way until the end. Or a Bonfire every shot, so he can do 2 Bonfires in one combat, as an example.
To be clear, this is still restricted same as Steady Breath, right? To be
Yep.
clear. Okay, good.
Infantry and Armor, Sword Axe, Lance, Beast, Dragon. Like,
Good. Because otherwise it'd be a bit absurd.
No.
All right. I just wanted to double
It's also,
check.
like, good for your Brave Edelgard to give her Bonfire with it.
Yeah, Brave Edelgard can now special spam much more reliably, because she wasn't really known for that before.
My god.
And now she is.
This is so crazy. But again, my first thought is Winter Altina. Again, for all the people who did like Fierce Breath Winter Altina or something, you're going back to Tech Res Unity now. So
Yeah. I mean, the only thing is that you have to forego Brave Lucina. Most people are on Brave Lucina, so now you can just choose not to. But you have to use your seal for that, which benefits and drawbacks.
I would
people might
say
want
I would much rather not run Lucina because you can't afford to run 3 characters. Like the best combination for Winter Altina, for example, is obviously Dual Micaiah side by side.
Right.
They hit their stride
Yeah.
once they don't have to worry about the hindrance towers.
Right.
And the speed portion of that of Lucina is just being wasted on Winter Altina.
Right.
So
The only thing is that, like, for example, Brave Ike, Brave Lucina is a very popular combo. Even
Right.
if it fell off a little bit. Brave Ike can now be completely standalone, but he
I
has
don't-
to forego, like, quicker posts. For
yeah,
example.
I don't think Brave Ike would do that. I just think it's like this heroes with no speed to speak of. Brave Ike actually has some speed at +10 and, Resplendent it.
Yeah. Like, even for those the big thing is that you can change Lucina out for a better support if you so chose, like Duo Peony, who can just give massive attack buffs as a drive as opposed to Breath, because now you have Breath.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives a little more flexibility as well to the unit as far as their positioning, which can go a long way in improving their options.
Right. And to be clear, chat, I do think Unity is better than Steady Breath. That's why I never gave my Winter Altina Steady Breath. Because attack res Unity allowed her to take on heroes like Winter Lilna and live, right? And of course I don't have to worry about debuffs, and with how high her attack can get, she can get hit by chill attacks pretty easily.
Yep.
And her res
And-
as well. So
It's not like her specials are the most important either. They're kind of the sprinkle on top.
right, that's
But-
true.
They don't have to be anymore, because now you can just do that when you want.
Yep. So this is
And-
significant. Wow.
Extremely. And, of course, obligatory mention goes to Fjorm, because now her ice mirrors can be recharged every time Fjorm attacks. So now she can chain 2 ice mirrors in one combat if she gets doubled.
Okay, so yeah, immediately, yeah, Fjorm is a really good option. Winter Altina, of course. Black Knight's a very good option. Anybody with Slaying is a really good option because they can drop now do 3 cooldown specials immediately.
DC Slaying in particular, I'm looking at you, Black Knight and Ike, can also make great use out of this. Because, like, Legendary Ike, for example, could technically run this with Spiral and Avoid Guard. Or Base Ike can do this with Ether and effectively be able to do what Legendary Ike does without using an A slot.
You know what I'm thinking about? I'm also thinking about like Far Save DC Ado guards with like Blue Flame. That's a bit weird though, but you could do Blue Flame with Savior really easily.
Bonfire works just as well.
Yeah,
because it's
Bonfire
Ado
works
guard.
really well, of course.
Yeah, you could totally do a Savior Edelgard with this and say Bonfire. Spam Bonfires in the enemy phase with your extra movement and doubling to boot. 2 Bonfires, if you're getting doubled, you're not going to really take much damage anyways. Or if you're really worried, you can just spam Souls
Yep.
and not die.
Yeah.
Like, I think Brave Edelgard absolutely is a top mention as far as this goes, because she wasn't a special spammer, she just could. Now she is. Absolutely one.
Okay. Well, that's the most game-changing seal I've seen since
Mystic Boost?
Mystic Boost. Yeah, you're right. Since Mystic
Yeah.
Boost.
I think the only one that comes close is Blade Session since then. But this is actually... Entire compositions can be defined by the seal now.
Yeah. My goodness, I can't even believe this.
Yeah. That... If you told me in 2018 that could ever happen, I wouldn't have believed it, because I think this is one of the first seals I said would never happen. Ever.
Well,
Like-
you won't even have to go very far for what I had to say, because at the start of the stream, Sony brought up Study Breath Sacred Seal. I'm like, why would that ever be a thing? That doesn't make any sense. That'd be too broken.
Yeah, that would be too broken. Oh, well.
I guess it's real.
It is. I guess it just is.
Man, that's just insane. Okay.
Yeah.
100% pick that up. Wait a
You
second.
don't have to upgrade it.
Wait, that's the thing I was about to say. You don't have to upgrade it?
Nope. It's just a straight up pick up and use.
Okay, there has never been more of a reason to use a seal. This is literally get the seal and use the seal. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, literally, it's just free cooldown. Arguably better than Heavy Blade or Flashing Blade in most scenarios for tanks. Like, just drop that on anybody and go to town. Like, it's that easy.
Wow.
Just get to 20,000.
Now-
I cannot recommend that enough.
Right. But now do keep in mind, chat, Study Breath is only for enemy phases. So if you're attacking, it does nothing. Just remember that.
Yep. Where it shines, though, there is nothing like it.
Yeah.
Actually, there's just nothing like it. Most skills do not offer that level of consistency and cooldown.
Right. Oh crap. Just in case new players don't understand, the reason why Steady Breath is so impressive is because every attack, when your enemy attacks you, every attack you attack with, you get an extra cooldown on. So instead of 1 cooldown like normally, you get 2 cooldown. That's why it's so impressive.
All times.
At all times.
Every
So
hit.
it's not just when you're attacking, your opponent attacks you, you still get an extra cooldown. That's
Yep.
why it's so crazily good. I know this is a bit confusing for new players because breath skills are kind of becoming more and more uncommon, but for new players, like, this enables so many heroes to hit their maximum, hit their stride, like reach their potentials. So yeah, this seal, use it. Anybody who you want to spam specials on, use this on. Just keep in mind it doesn't work when you're attacking. So again, that's why we're like mentioning heroes like Winter Altina, who's more known. She is a dual phase hero, but more known for an enemy phase, and heroes like
Brave Edelgard.
yeah, Brave Edelgard, for example. Like armor heroes generally, Brave Edelgard is a dual phase hero, but again, more defensive because she moves pretty well, but more defensive in respect to how she usually should be deployed, like with savior skills and whatnot.
Right. And what was I going to say? Just to put into perspective how good the seal is, we just got a breath skill on Fallen Ike about a year ago, a little more than a year ago. That's how useful these skills are. They're still in circulation. They still add them. Like, the skill is not, like, it doesn't offer a lot of stats, but its viability cannot be understated whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. I have announcements off right now, but Wandering Lurker just pointed out something really cool. Marissa of Times Pulse would love to see if she has Ether as well. Yes, because your opponent attacks -2, you attack -2, and then you attack Ether. Because of the Times Pulse dropping into 4 cool. Yeah, that'd be really good.
Well, let's see. She already has Slaying times Pulse, if I'm not mistaken, so it's 2 cooldown. If you attack her, she just retaliates.
Oh, wait. Oh, it is. You're right. Wow.
Yeah, she got Slaying times Pulse, so Ether
No,
is
that'd just
actually
be
3
instant.
cooldown.
Yeah.
Yep, that's an instant Ether on retaliation. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Ether at all times, because realistically, you could probably do better with a skill that's more consistent. But the fact of the matter is, you get the full healing because it's your first hit. So you're getting a Luna, you're going to heal a lot, and immediately. So that's a lot of instant potential.
That also opens the things up for eventually for such thing as something that people have mentioned. Darting Breath Spurn, says Storm. Yes, that would be kind of absurd.
Which, also worth noting, we might get the other 3 breaths. So this might not be our only source of breath seal.
What about
hard
the
to
5th
say.
breath?
What?
Infantry breath.
Oh.
I mean, that one actually probably will happen at some point.
Yeah.
But realistically, though, the other 3 breaths are probably going to show up. So technically speaking, you could also wait out because eventually Altina will come around with attack breath, Fierce Breath to get more damage output. Just something worth thinking about for the future.
All right. Okay, but enough about that. That's for obvious reasons a huge CO, but Lithis isn't nothing. The leader of the Lithis pirates who plies the waters off the coast of Iz, he has come to the pirate festival after having a change of heart. Why would a pirate actual pirate go to a pirate festival? Wouldn't he just be insulted by all the fake pirates?
Oh, look at geese.
It appears in Fire Emblem Thracia 776, and of course he has Helmsman Axe, which is just going to be another excellent axe for everybody because if unit initiates combat, inflicts attack speed, defense, res -4 on foe during combat. Okay, so it is exactly as what we saw it to be. It is in fact a fox tome, but it's an axe.
Not bad.
It's still very good.
Yeah. I'm not sure how many player phase axes are really out there right now, like units that are explicitly player phase. But
the
I can
only inheritable one we have is Beach Banner, I think, right?
Yeah. Not a lot of units I would think can use this especially well, but if you're like a Gale Forcer, for example, it's just free stats.
Yep.
Like, it's just free +4 to all your stats in one phase. For some builds, this can actually just be really nice, really convenient, and low cost.
Yeah. So it's a good axe, but axes are the most heavily contested areas in the entire game, and we have so many great axes as is. It's going to be another one thrown in. But yeah, once again, if you build an axe hero, you have all the choices, and it's practically all free.
I mean, you can't technically get one that gives you everything stat-wise, but if you want a speed axe, you go springy. If you want a tank axe, you got like Dex Wobber, Huge Fan, for example. Like, there is no shortage of axes as far as options to go for.
Because if this was a sword, I'd be ecstatic, but because it's an axe, there are already a lot of free ones that are really good, so that's my iffiness with it.
Yep. Yeah. If it was a dagger, because, you know, he's a thief, also would have been cool, but alas.
Yep. Alright, with that said, swap is also there. It's whatever. Wind boost is also there. It's whatever. If you out HP your opponent plus 6 speed, nobody uses this. It's also on gray, but nobody uses gray. Okay, somebody might use gray, but like, you know what I mean. Rare usages.
And it's also an Astrum.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even, nobody.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, anyways. Wind sweep. Wind sweep is back. Wait a second.
Important.
This is funny to me. You're telling me both the pirates get wind sweep?
Pretty much.
Well, Joshua looks like a pirate. I know he's not actually a pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's just the archetype they're going for.
Okay. I guess that's the thing now. So
I mean, both the pirates did get boosts because last year's Daros had fire boost, I believe, or earth boost.
Yeah, it was earth boost.
So really quickly, chat. Is this 5 or 4 stars?
4 star.
What? Whoa.
Wind sweep.
It's 4-star wind sweep?
Just like Joshua. Yep.
So, without any prerequisite stats to go off of, you're definitely going to see a lot of deadlifts for wind sweep.
Well, I know that because a lot of Joshuas have been dead and people have been like, I can't do wind sweep builds anymore. I'm like, why not? It's so easy to get. They're like, I've killed like 5 Joshuas already.
I've already killed 2 or 3. I hate to say that because I wanted to build Joshua, but instead I'm foddering off him for wind sweep.
Well, now you can fodder off Liphuses.
Well, less guilt in that.
All right, well, chat, here you go. That's no, at the very least, he's a good hero. The axe might not be the most important thing here, but wind sweep, another option in wind sweep, would help a lot. So there you go.
Yeah. Pretty competent.
He says, a pirate's heart beats in my chest. Is that a pun? What? Okay.
Maybe.
Wearing the outfit does not make someone the genuine article. I'll show you what it means to live a pirate's life. That's what I mean. Why would you go to like a pirate festival? You're just gonna be pissed off by the amount of fake pirates there are. All right. Anyways, Faye says, I wonder what will happen next in the story with Fjorma Niffle. What? Okay, just ignore Liphus, ignore all the pirates, just go back into Ice and Flame. Sure.
By the way, read the rest of the notification.
Let's see. Defeated allies can't.
No, not the notification.
Like another one.
There's another one?
Like, no, I mean the notification itself on the main board, not the in-depth stuff.
Yeah.
For the TT.
Oh, here, right?
Yeah.
The next event in the series, titled Ice and Flame 3, is scheduled for. You bastards! I knew it.
It's not over.
Moose build this month.
So, if you guys didn't know, I was talking about it like in the past couple of days. It was just like, there are no more banners coming. So, who's gonna be Muspel? Is Muspel even gonna be here anymore? Are they gonna make it Surtur? Like Muspel, like reincarnate Surtur for this? I'm like, what? That's not making sense. They teased Muspel. Well, the answer is here. That's because Muspel isn't here.
Nope.
It's not Muspel this month.
For full clarification, he's just outright not here. He's not in this. Like, not even his image. So
the Tempest trial boss should either be Duo Hinoko or maybe Leg Yarn.
No, I'd say it's going to be either Leg Yarn or Surtur.
Oh, Surtur? Maybe,
Yeah, I think it's Surtur. Because he kind of just shows up, and that's probably the only reason he would... I don't know. That's one of my guess, too. Anyways, because the story of Ice and Flame is told through a series of events, you'll be able to view the story on the Tempest Trials Plus event after the event is over, even if you didn't participate in it. Okay, well, there you go, chat. There is no Muspel this month. It is likely going to be Surtur or Hinoka, but I would say it's Surtur.
Or Leg Yarn. Base Leg Yarn, that is.
Wait, Surtur was never a Tempest Trial boss. They could literally just do base Surtur and that'd be something.
They could, but why use base Surtur when you have this Surtur?
That's also true. There you go.
And they could theoretically do refined Leg Yarn now that she has it.
Yeah, if they wanted to show that off. But either way, there'll be another one next month, which makes sense because most likely Moonspell will be on a new heroes banner, and putting him on a Choose Your Legends banner wouldn't really make sense.
All right.
But yeah, sadly, no vision of Moonspell. We have no sprites or art, so you'll just have to put up with a little fire that shows up in Nifl's description.
All right, guys. Give me a sec. Let's see. I think I have to summon tomorrow. Yeah, I have to summon tomorrow.
Yeah, everything ends tomorrow.
I need to go now, so later, y'all. Good night.
See you, Evan.
Have a good night.
I'm gonna summon for Hero Fest tomorrow, chat.
Oh yeah, that's important.
Night Impulsor. All right, I'm gonna grab my Ether Raid run and then we'll go over the stats. Wait, it's already here?
What?
Safety
Oh, yeah.
Fence is literally already here? I thought
Also,
it
all
was
the
coming
schools
out.
got an upgrade.
I thought it was coming out next week.
Nope.
Wow.
Wait, why?
What do you mean why? Because, I guess the timing fits. But I thought the time was gonna fit. It was coming out next week.
No, next week is
Wait,
when
I
the
lost
next
lift?
arena map rotations start. Yes,
You're
you did.
effing kidding me. Because you want to know something? When it resetted, I got the battle immediately. That's why I'm like, you're kidding me. Because I
Oh,
got
you just lost lift. That sucks.
yeah. Because I'm just like, how does that happen? Because 22 hours ago, like as soon as reset happened, I think somebody battled me. Because that's what yeah. That's really iffy
Wow.
of me.
That
Wow.
is some unfortunate timing right there.
Did they use fence? It's what? You want to know why this
What?
bothers me, chat? Like, yeah, it's Edelgard, but you want to see something?
Is that a Farsight, Felix?
Like all you fight nowadays are Edelgards. The match I win is against Edelgard. The match I lose is against Edelgard. Like, come on, you know?
I mean, I use her in light, but I actually don't use her much right now because I like saviors.
Oh, that's why. See, there you go. It's the Savior Felix that helped this one make it through.
Your team needs a savior to be reliable against, or a fence.
And this is
Nobody used the fence.
another Savior. Yeah, nobody used fence
that's
yet.
The savior comp right there,
Yeah, you have to use Savior against my team or you lose.
pretty much, or fence.
Yeah, I'm gonna put
Which I'm
fence
not
and
even
see how it
really sure
works.
what to do.
All right, you know what? So we'll go over the new hero stats in a moment, but I'm gonna try out fence.
Bust due to build right out the gate, and you can only upgrade it to tier 1 right now.
Makes sense because it'd be too broken if it's multiple turns.
It probably will be in the future though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where I place it, right?
Middle 2 rows, otherwise you won't be able to cover everything. You can see its range. Kind of hidden behind the setup icon, but the range is 7 columns.
I don't need the last slot though. This slot is kind of always empty because I don't like placing things here because it gets blown
Well,
up.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's your home row, so if you have 6 units and you don't cover that slot, then that 6th unit is prone.
Is what?
Is prone. Say, for example, that Lara Shell could reach it as
Yeah.
a hypothetical scenario, then you would still have an opening where somebody can attack. That's the only reason why usually it's better to keep it in the center.
But I don't think anybody reaches this point.
Technically, no, but if you have for example, a restore trap, then they could start being in range because of how. I mean, your comp obviously demonstrates how ridiculous ranges can be. So,
I'm gonna just test out and see what happens first.
yeah. Honestly, this is probably the worst week for me to be testing it because I use saviors, both saviors. So, fence doesn't do anything for me.
All right, I press enter in chat. Let's see. Yep.
Yeah, it basically does the same thing as it does at bonus 7th slot, which
Mhm.
chains them down.
Yep. So yeah, they just can't move in their first turn if they can reach you immediately.
Yep. but only the first turn, so you got some setup.
Yeah, I think this spot it would be better because I don't. Again, if it gets blown up, it doesn't work, right? By a catapult.
Yeah. If you're worried about the catapult in the middle two lanes, then it's probably better to move it over.
Yeah.
Just got to be wary of that one slot in case somebody has a comp that can reach it.
Because I think this is usually the best spot because this is the map. This is the most deadly map, and usually no one has a hero that reaches right away from here.
Yeah.
And of all the maps, I think that's the freest one you can go for. Yeah, actually, I could show you guys, but I'm pretty sure that's the safest point.
I mean, only one true way to
Oh,
find
I guess if somebody does a team like on this, but that's really weird. Most people cover at this point, right?
Most people don't use that side. They only corner up on the right.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'd rather take that risk. So yeah, Spring Water wouldn't be possible. Nobody uses this map. Abandoned Castle, yeah, wouldn't be possible because of that block. Snow Dust wouldn't be possible. Desert, huh?
Desert is a whole different beast unto itself.
So what happens if they can reach your unit?
Then they will. They will act as normal on that unit. Basically, they won't be chained down, if I'm not mistaken.
So if they can attack, they'll attack.
Yep.
Okay. So I think Desert's the only one. It's a gamble, but I'll put mine on lane 2 because I'd rather not have it get blown up. That's the thing.
Yeah. The only thing is they have to be able to reach by default. That's the big thing. Because if they can't reach by default and it has to be done by a restore trap, they won't make it.
Okay. Is the voice bot active by now? Let's see. Now it is. Thanks, Pika, for gifting Kana.
Yeah, if you do an empty slot, then technically you can just use your own home base to get that last slot filled in as well.
Basically, all my teams from last week are still gonna work. So I'll just keep the majority of them.
Air bonus.
Yeah. It's my last team. Then I gotta put air back in.
I'll be honest, I don't think I've used air for anything serious in years.
She's just a smite bot.
Yeah. Just a repo bot for me, or maybe a kill every now and again on bonus. Still don't have any 6-slot light mythics. Haven't gotten Oler, and I haven't gotten Dogger.
You got Hell. Congratulations, she loves you.
And I pulled on Oler's banner and got Saros, so I'm just cursed.
Yeah.
But who cares? I have saviors.
Can we test hit and run cancel activates first turn? First of all, I don't think your opponent should allow you to do that. I think it works because it doesn't say anything about them getting hit. But your opponent shouldn't be allowing you to hit them first turn. That's kind of
counterintuitive.
Yeah, they should already be set up so that doesn't happen, right? Otherwise, like, if you're not gonna respect Regan, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah. Regan is actually just something you have to keep in mind, period.
By safety fence. If you place it in column 5 and leave an empty space, you have 5 tiles in the
Yeah, that's what
row and
I
one
was
tile
reading
in
your
the
chat.
structure row.
You're right, Sigma Sensei, you can totally do that.
Wait, what? If you place it in column 5 and leave an empty space, you have 5 tiles in bottom row and 1 tile in the... Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't fill everything up, but yeah. That makes sense.
As somebody who does fill that up, middle columns are a little better. That tactics room has saved me too many times to remove it.
Alright, chat, just give me a sec. I'm gonna just reorganize everything.
Yeah, I've tried to make it a habit to organize the teams such that if I use the same unit in multiple teams, they're usually in the same slot. Personally, just makes it a lot easier to remember the team. I see you do the same.
It's to make it so that like when I place the screenshot the teams in, it's easier.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense too.
But this does change up my final team. Yeah, I use Loki with Leon. That's too green heavy. I'm gonna try like this. Alright, let's see how it works. Because, right, if you're in range, you still get attacked. It just allows the setup a bit better.
Yeah. Also allows you to pass through the turn with like upheaval damage or catapults, things like that.
El Pawns, thanks for follow. Alright, chat, one sec. I'm just gonna try one thing first.
If anything, the big thing is that even recovery is a little bit more useful because you can use that to get through the fence turn.
Oh, even recovery, yeah.
Might see a small uptick in that.
Yeah. Alright, chat. So the reason why, because I presume if I just push up like a dumbass, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, if you just push up, they'll start attacking as normal.
This way?
Ooh. Maybe this way.
Yep, they'll still just attack. So,
Yep.
yeah, this isn't get a bit. It's gonna take a bit to get used to, is the thing.
Yeah. Also figuring out exactly what it's useful for.
Because the one thing I imagine right away is like I can clear structures, no problem.
Yep, you can clear out the front line of structures. That way it's a little easier to get an advance on the second turn.
Yeah. Alright, chat, I'm gonna play around with it this season, see how it works. But, yeah. This is interesting. Let's see how it works. Again, the bare minimum is that I no longer have to worry about, like, turn 1 refresh pushing.
I'm curious if anybody hasn't tried this yet. What happens if you hit and run a unit, but you go back out of range? I would assume they would still attack as normal, but I'm not sure.
I got
Yeah,
no...
can you snipe units on turn 1, pull back to the front line, and not have to deal with the repercussions?
People say they saw it on Reddit and still works, but that's really valuable. But again, like, who's gonna allow that? You should...
The composition, honestly. Because if you have, like, a Regan reposition or smite a Linja in, for example, and they can pull back, or if you have some Kanto shenanigans going on with, like, Far Trace, for example, you could totally find some scenarios where you can pull back, and just remain on the front line.
Okay, so you can probably see some incredibly aggressive Regan play then.
Yeah, it's gonna mostly rely on like Regan and other Kanto users or Gale Force strategies. But if you can actually pull that off with that much movement, you're probably going to actually just ruin other people's strategies. So that's going to be interesting to see in the future. That might be the most important application. Huh.
Huh. I'm personally trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it then. Like, I can see the applications, but I can also see it doing nothing for some players.
Hi, Darkarian. Yeah, that's the big thing. Like, depending on the strategy you're using, like, for example, like I said, I use a safer comp. I'm meant to take turn 1 aggro with some far save. It doesn't really matter to me. But for other comps, it could actually change the entire dynamic of the fight.
The widest range unit back off out of range, and you can just remain safe.
Yep. If you lower their range such that there actually is just somewhere they can't cover anymore, that might open up your options even further, so you can have more places to sit. of course, for an oppressive team like Nims, where basically the entire map is covered, good luck with that. But, for example, if there's like, say, a dual leaf that's too far out, and he's the only one that puts tile pressure on a couple spaces, those spaces become open to retreat tactics after he dies.
This is really interesting, because it's not a definite that everyone's going to use it, now that I think about it.
Yeah, like, still a structure, so depending on, first of all, it can get catapulted and then it's just gone.
Yeah.
But second, it's not necessary, as any structure really is, besides the ladder. Like, you could totally have matchups where it just doesn't mean anything, but in other matchups, I could totally see it changing and outright fundamentally ruining a defense team.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly in odd recovery comps, where isolation is not something you want to use normally.
Why do you have a dual structure if you don't have a dual hero? Wait, I have a dual structure and I don't have a dual hero? Wait, what?
Wait, you what now?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, duo's indulgence, because this team wasn't made for that.
Oh,
map back either.
no, this isn't my actual. I'm screenshotting heroes in right now. This isn't my actual team or map.
Yeah, no.
It
would normally be for Linja though.
Yeah, see, this is my actual. I don't use it anymore because you don't get to use duel's indulgence anymore. It's all locked down.
The only time I use indulgence is when the structures I'm normally using are in use. Then it's fine, because realistically, indulgence is very useful in the last few turns.
Huh. I just gave up using it, period. So I was just like...
Totally fair. I mean, I'm one of those crazy people who uses a full line of structures, so I have some flexibility.
I'm actually thinking of switching off Hector for Takumi, just because there's no point anymore.
Oh yeah, right.
Fallen Takumi.
Fallen Takumi versus Halloween Hector. Yeah. Duo's hindrance just means that won't work, period. And which also works in your favor, because then Scotty works on turn 2. So the fence will allow you to proc Scotty safely. So that's worth noting.
Yeah. This is really interesting. And the other reason is just like, because I can potentially make a +10, you know? A +10 Fallen Takumi, and that'd be a better teammate, because as good as Hector is, he doesn't kill Fallen Guard, then what's the point of him? You know?
He can only double on odd turns, and even then, it's not given that he's just gonna kill. In fact,
actually, he's died. That blew my mind. He just straight up died. I was like, wait a second. I thought you were supposed to win this. I even waited for the odd turn and everything. He still died.
Yep.
And I was just like, what's the point of you then?
Nope. It's probably just better to use Takumi. Even a wind sweep Fallen Takumi, who only can hit once, would probably be more useful because of the residual damage.
Alright, screenshot of the heroes in. Alright, chat. Sorry, if you guys don't know what I was doing, I was screenshotting the heroes in. I have it in the background so you guys can't see what I'm doing at the same time, but...
Totally respect the consideration to Takumi, though. I haven't seen any of him since his refine dropped, unfortunately.
$382, $382, $382. Everything's $382. Alright, here we go.
Okay.
Wow, I'm not gonna get to do anything. This literally doesn't... Alright, so this is how you guys can see when safety fences do nothing. It's gonna do nothing. This team can't stop you anyway, so... Well...
But it'll have a fun time trolling you with penalties, I guess.
I'm going team 1.
Well, maybe Veld will do something.
Alright, chat, here we go.
A merciful death.
Guess it's also worth noting that technically Solon could have more use because of fence, but...
I bestow my blessing.
Alright, who's gonna push?
Oh, it's gonna be a rally on from Sothis first. All right, so this is what I'm talking about, chat. Like, in a situation like this, what does it really matter? It doesn't matter. That's the point.
Honestly, nope, not even close.
So you really have to
Literally-
fight an enemy team that can make justify your fence's deployment. So I guess that's one of the drawbacks we can see immediately. If it just doesn't matter,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I mean, in a team like this, who cares either way?
Yeah.
This way?
This is just a free win. But in other cases where it's more so about collapsing with pressure based on your initiation, that could be a little different.
Ready.
Ah. Wait a second, is the fence gonna work? Because he can Wait, how's this?
If he can attack you and you're not on your front line, then, or I guess the bottom line,
Right.
then yes.
Okay.
But if you were to move him back and somehow say Bremon were able to reach the bottom, it wouldn't work.
Alright. Let's just keep in mind what Banshee does. Turns 3 and 4, AK does nothing right now. Petrify, start turn 1 through 5, inflicts attack speed -7, gravity on foe, on enemy team the lowest specified stat.
Peony.
Turn 1 is HP, aka it's gonna be Milla.
Wait,
Oh,
Peony is 38.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's
It's
fine.
usually Peony.
Well,
And then it should be attack, which also is Peony.
yeah. And
Or actually Zane, because he has 44. Jeez.
right. Okay, well, it's gonna be Sothis pushing down right afterwards, which is no big deal, so I'm just gonna take the hit.
Yeah. CC Zane's got it. I keep pulling Takumi's, so I actually just gave my
Like
Zane
this,
CC.
right,
There was no
boss?
reason for me not
Let's
to.
go.
The glimmer of life.
If you say so.
But I still haven't figured out a use for him.
Right, boss?
Of course.
I'll give this guy respect. At least he's trying to use Veld on the defense team.
Yeah, I guess he is. Alright, refresh here, 1, 2. So yeah, I'm gonna fight
If you
Sothis.
say so.
Debuffs don't really matter because I have no
Right,
buffs.
boss?
Let's
Alright,
go.
here we go. Yeah, this is always a bit sad when you see Bramon fight. Like, yeah. Once he doesn't
Yeah.
double, it's just, oh well.
With the candy.
I think I should go
He
back to
is-
Soul too, because it just heals nothing with noontime nowadays.
Yeah. And not to mention, you're probably gonna kill your first combat anyways.
Yeah.
So you might as well pre-charge it for the next one.
This team is only scary if I, for whatever reason, take forever to fight, which obviously I'm not going to.
Yeah. Solon really doesn't shine unless there's a good stall-based composition. Even saviors.
Oh, this is so sad.
I smell sweets.
Well,
Well, at least, I guess Zane can't naturally kill Veld. Oh no.
well, I still need to get the water. This is one of those matches where it's just ends so quickly.
Yeah, it's too easy of a win. If anything, some maps like these can be the worst ones. If there was just a healer, like just any healer, it would be even so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
But alas.
I need to find myself within 2 spaces of Corrin, and
If you use Dogger to kill
I smell
Solon
sweets.
and then push up on Veld
If you
somehow,
say so.
no, I'm
or-
fine. I'm just gonna keep my Zane here because I don't. Yeah, because I just want to get hit.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Got him.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It will be done.
Right, boss?
Good morning. Good dreams are born.
All right. Well, this is really nothing.
If you
So
say
unfortunately, this
so.
is not gonna be a good showcase of it because there's nothing going on in this fight.
first couple days of Ether raids still aren't that
I smell
great.
sweets.
Like,
Yeah.
usually most good people aren't there yet.
Yeah. It's funny because people discount Zane's ability as just stats. Look at this, plus 50 attack, plus 43 speed, plus 28 defense, and plus 19 res. The reason is because he's right now getting debuffed, but it doesn't matter. So he just gets all those stats anyways. I definitely think that's an ability, because he's free to be debuffed, but it doesn't matter. I've actually never even seen Veld's
Scared ya?
attack before.
It's such a cool animation for a tome that doesn't do anything.
Alright, so this one I just have to wait for the Ileana now, and then we win. So yeah, sorry chat, this is not a good example.
Of course.
If you say so.
Yes.
This is a bit weird.
Right, boss?
Next turn I could smite up. Alright. Again, just hold the line against... actually, Ileana's probably iffy. Yeah, Ileana's actually iffy, because if I don't kill, it's gonna be a refresh.
Yeah, and that Ileana does not. You don't want that Ileana on anybody else.
This
Yeah.
way.
Ileana will catch you off guard if you're not
Smell
careful.
sweets.
Yeah, I mean it's a base kit Ileana, jeez,
Ready.
Yeah.
but even still.
Got him.
The glimmer of life.
Let's go. Boo.
That was real. Alright, well, I'm more comfortable pushing up now.
Good morning. Pleasant dreams.
I smell sweets.
This is just Zane by himself. Yeah.
This way.
Yeah, it's just gonna be the same thing. Elegant moves forward, Ileana drawback, so I'm gonna wait.
Sweets. Of course.
Yeah, the one thing that sucks about
I was
melee
doing my best.
dancers, they take priority over ranged units, making
Alright.
them much easier to bait.
Death's caress.
Alright.
Boo.
Damn it, I really wanted to see like everything in action properly.
I've got a bag of tricks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if are there any people in the friends list that have good pressure?
I'll probably do that instead.
It will
Yeah.
be done. Maybe this way.
If you say so. Right, boss?
Ready.
I'll just tank
To be
it.
honest,
Morning.
All right.
yeah, just tank it.
Maybe
It's a
this
Ileana
way.
with no skill investment.
Like this. Ready.
Got him.
I still do a lot of damage.
Scared ya?
I'm gonna switch to Soul for next week. I keep using
Yeah.
Noontime, it just doesn't do anything.
No. That's why I keep Soul on my Fallen Leon, even though he could run Noontime much
I
better
smell
for
sweets.
Good
cooldown.
morning.
The impact is just not great.
Maybe this way.
This way.
I mean, if I'm being totally honest, I don't like Noontime for the most part regardless, because it just doesn't do much.
Yeah. Alright, I'll do one more match. I really want to see the fence in action.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to use it for right now, because if I'm in the covered range, that means I'm not moving forward. It just means turn 1 refresh teams are really the ones who get screwed over by this, but turn 1 push teams are still scary. I mean, teams that can push after turn 1 are still scary.
Yeah. It's mostly going to be for skills like odd turn skills, or if there's even just one extra tile you can move up, you'd be able to do that without punishment, and that might be all the difference.
Real quick, sorry if my bed messages were getting annoying. I just really like today's Datamine stuff.
Thanks, Gmo. It isn't too annoying, it's just sometimes it gets a bit too long, and then it really breaks down the conversations. That's why I just mute it for a while, and then get back to it afterwards. Alright, this one doesn't push forward immediately either.
Almost. I mean, it kind of does because of Sigurd. 7th slot Sigurd trap.
Ah. Wait, this doesn't work then. As long as they keep a unit here, right? It wouldn't work. Let's see it, chat. Because Sigurd essentially is here, which means he can reach. And if he can reach, that means the safety fence triggers.
Yep. Well, here's the other thing. If nobody is in range, all their skills are disabled. So Sigurd can't turn one dance or trap. So you won't even actually get
No,
to see
he
it in
is going
action.
to, though, because he's going to refresh the knot.
He can't because he's not in range of anybody. If nobody's in range, the skills are all just stopped.
Wait, what are you
So basically, he won't get the opportunity to dance because he's not in range right now.
Wait, why is he not in range?
Nobody is in range of in your front line.
Oh, right, because no one can reach the green lines. Okay.
Yep. So all skills are just cut cold. No dancer traps, no restore traps, nothing. The only thing that would proc is like a passive skill, like Holy Knight Aura.
This guy's a bit weird, actually. He exposes Peony and Sigurd. I'm gonna try and duel in this one.
On the other hand,
Just
the
lock down
lift is
Triandro.
still there.
Huh?
But on the other hand, good luck ever using any duo skills.
Yeah, the dual lift's still gonna be there.
And the duo Catria, or harmonic Catria.
But I do have an opportunity to do this. Actually, no. Isn't he gonna... No, turn 1, Sigurd's just gonna teleport in.
He can't move. He actually just cannot.
Why not?
Because it's not allowed.
Wait,
If nobody is actually in range, the units immediately cancel their actions.
are you sure? Because he's just gonna teleport refresh. That's how it usually goes.
That's the fence. That's the fence in action. If there is no one in range, he's not allowed to dance on turn 1.
So wait, the fence triggers no matter what then?
The fence triggers no matter what, as long as you're out of range of everybody.
Huh.
If no one in the red
Yep.
area stops, all foes dead.
But doesn't that mean I can move up and it doesn't matter?
You can move up into whatever tiles are not currently covered by their range.
This is confusing. Alright, I'll just try it. I think I understand it, but we'll just go with it.
Yeah. It's a little weird because it kind of almost does two different things. It stops units if you're not in their range, and if you're in the range of your structure, it'll still stop them.
Expect the best.
Yeah, I think this is another moment where you're best off just trying it out.
Yeah, exactly. If the Sigurd were, for example, in the place of Catria,
At your
then if you were to not have, well, he would be attacking your front line, in which case the second clause would go into effect.
Shh, not so loud. This way? Death's caress. Ready.
Yeah, as long as you don't end up in anybody's range right now, you will not be pressured this turn.
Well, this actually does make a big difference then, because I can actually pretty safely take the Sigurd and Peony.
Yep.
Yeah, I pretty safely take both of them.
In the best case scenario, if you're already able to take all 4 duos this turn, of that turn. Theoretically speaking, if you were able to kill the Sigurd and pull back out of range, you wouldn't have to face any repercussions. Because they are not allowed to move if you're not in range.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's where it really comes in handy.
Yep.
At your
It's
command.
chained right away.
Yeah, so normally, I think they would have just pushed right now.
Dancer Sigurd would have gone for note, refreshed her, and then because he's in range of Dogger, everybody else would collapse in. Yeah, now you can take 2 dances for the price of none.
Yeah, because I just have to bait this peony. That's it.
Yep.
Not so loud.
Okay, so you guys can see how that's a big difference maker.
Yep.
Accept your punishment.
And then Triandra's now isolated, so even though this guy has 3 dancers, he only has 1 now.
Good dreams
Yeah.
are born.
Jeez, chat, that's so useful.
Yep.
Right, boss?
It's a little not... It doesn't seem very straightforward at first, but once you actually get it, the structure is actually really powerful.
This way?
Of course, keep in mind that dual leaf over there.
Not so loud.
Yeah.
But if you bait
At
the
your
dual
command.
peony, and she will
Dancer
attack if she
traps
can do the
kind
5
of dead,
damage
only
rule.
real threat is
Yep.
still not lying still.
Alright, that's not enough damage on me to get a kill. Alright, we're gonna go for it.
Yeah, and note line where basically there's no room to move around is probably where things still get really bad, but only to a certain degree. Because you're still allowed to move around, you're still allowed to stop odd recovery shenanigans.
At your command.
It will be done.
Death's caress.
I bestow
Yeah,
my
from here.
blessing.
If you
As long
say
as
so.
Peony goes in and
Yes.
dies, you pretty much have no pressure outside of whatever order shenanigans Catria pulls off.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe this guy's making her wear such an ugly helmet. That's... He deserves to lose.
Ugh. I like that helmet. Not on her. I mean, it's probably for the forging bonds, but that's about it.
This way?
Nice protection on the Triandra move. And now, if you're able to reach Dual Leaf this turn, you could technically use your Duo skill.
Mm-hmm. I just have to break it down so it's not last. Because Dagger kills not, and then yeah.
Yeah,
Not so loud.
Alright, kill Catria.
it's actually now a resource game.
Yeah.
Man, this is actually a perfect demonstration team.
Yeah, actually, you're right. This is the perfect way of showing it off.
Huh.
Alright, let's go.
Go for it.
This is it.
Yes. Oh, what she said.
Oh, yeah, it sets up Gale Force easily. That's the thing.
Yep,
Death's
Gale Force
caress.
Trap, turn 1 or I guess turn 2 Gale Force strats are also much better because of this.
Like this.
I'm personally not a hyper-aggressive kind of guy when it comes to offense, but for people who are, and I know they exist, this is
Death's
perfect.
caress.
Alright, let's see. Pialfi adds 6. Let's
Hey,
see.
you're trying to have air tank
Yes.
leaf.
No, attack leaf.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't have his tech diff
At your
push,
command.
so that's good. Triandra has speed res rain, I'm guessing.
Well, I don't really think I even need to do that because I have my dagger still.
This
Well,
way.
yeah, not necessarily, but
If you say so.
anything helps.
I can
Oh, yeah,
also
you still
just
have the
smite over
disarmament.
and go up.
Death's caress.
It will be done.
Mm.
Alright, let's see it.
The glimmer of life.
Oh, it actually is enough. Okay.
At your command.
Then this is over.
Barely.
Alright, so I'm gonna just double check to see how we're gonna plan this out.
You should get double duo skills now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just need somebody to reposition out.
Dogger doesn't. I'm sorry. Note doesn't have Tempest, so as long as you can repo out, kill Triandra, you have 3 actions between your 2 Linjas and Peony.
Mhm.
So that shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, let's do it.
Also, testament to how good double Linja offense is.
Yep. It's just the flexibility of double ninja, guys. That's why I always use it. Wait, double
Yep.
checking. Yeah,
It's
we're
just
good.
a really high offense team, and against teams that do not have 4 duos, duos hindrance is pretty easy to get rid of.
Actually, this team had 3 duels too, which is
Oh no, this had 4, and just because of the combination of that and the fence, it
Pleasant
worked out.
dreams.
Yeah, defense guys, because this is a team that would refresh immediately. So yes, this is a good exemplar of why why defense is making a difference.
Think you can beat us?
Yep.
Think again.
Allows you to do all the positioning or turn 1 kills that you so choose. No punishment, as long as you stay out of range.
You're finished. At your command.
I kind of do feel bad for this guy because his team is actually really good.
It is a really good defense.
Sure I can.
Like,
Courage
it
for
does
a
everything that a defense team in this meta would. It's just... It also happened to show up on the day the fence was introduced.
Yeah. Heals 35. Okay,
At
that's
your
fine.
command.
Which, in a certain other extent, I feel bad for the people who did their offense earlier today without their fence.
Hmm.
Because they might not have,
This way?
they might have lost matches that could have been won with the fence.
At your command.
Yeah.
Not so loud.
Got him. If you say so.
Oh,
Good morning.
Dogger's got Tempest.
Yeah. Yep.
Good dreams are born.
And that should be it.
Right, boss?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, guys. So, okay, very easy to see how this is pretty useful now.
Yeah.
Not so loud.
This actually just cripples some defense teams.
Got him.
Outside of the most hardcore turn 1 pressure cav lines,
If you say
which
so.
even then still have it kind of rough because of odd recovery, there really is just so much that can be done using the structure.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try really quickly with a cav line because I just want to see how that works. But defense,
Yeah.
guys, is important. Get it? This team was very easy because I played with defense. If I didn't have defense, it would be turn 1 push, and I'd be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that would almost require saviors because of how terrifying some of those units are.
Yep. Especially because that leaf was going to attack twice. Who
Yeah.
can take that?
Yeah, let's not forget, Bridal Catria with dual leaf is probably one of the scariest compositions you can make.
Yep.
It hurts a lot. And yeah, with cab lines, especially in light offense where isolation is more common with Nilla, you will be able to more effectively handle odd recovery cab lines.
Mm-hmm. But again, it's not for there we are. It's not for every team because there'll be teams that just do nothing. Whose team is this? Killer Mario? Killer Mario, more like Cancer Mario. Am I right? All right, let's do it. All right, Cancer Mario. So, all right. So it only covers up to here, but that's fine because Reinhardt can't reach.
Yep.
Why are you still using gun threats? No longer a season. That's interesting.
At your command.
Start of the season.
Not so loud.
Some people forget to change at the beginning.
Yeah, Killer Mario's a dum-dum. I wouldn't need to lock down right away, but alright, let's just go for it. So as long as I stay in this block, I'm safe.
Good morning.
Yep. Nothing will attack you on the first turn.
Yep. But afterwards, it's go time.
If you
Yep.
say so.
But this is why it's so important. Like, guys, look.
Oh, Holy Knight Aura doesn't... Oh, wait, never mind. This is...
It's not that Sigurd.
I'm traumatized.
There.
Yeah, that's
Accept
important.
your punishment.
Also, disarm the trap lid is very
Yeah.
important as well.
Alright, I'm still in range of this Veronica, but it's not the... Oh, actually, it's pretty scary. I think I'd have placed it a bit differently, but I want to make sure I catch a Triandra the next turn.
Yeah. Well, dual skill away.
Think you can beat us?
Think again.
At your command.
Also, the disadvantages of having a single duo.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yes, what she said.
Yeah, even with these teams, being able to break structures to offer more mobility options can still be the difference between a win and a loss.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
This is something I gotta play around with to get used to, because double knot is still very strong.
Yeah,
Ready.
there's no denying note line is still very good. Like, this doesn't just outright invalidate everything. It just invalidates some compositions and makes others a little harder to work with.
Mm-hmm. I think I should have pushed. I need for me to have done a better job with this. I needed attack.
Does Veronica kill though? Because I mean, yeah, normally it would be a worry, but
I would have needed to. Okay, so I'm gonna redo this because I want to see. I want to do it with because I didn't use my second Lin, which by the way I think this is the right way of using Lins, double Lin instead of single. There you go. I think it's like that. Like that, actually. Like that? Like that. Alright.
Got him.
Attacking on turn 2 gives me even Tempest, so I should place like that. Alright. It's gonna take a bit of practicing, but... Alright, chat. So there you go. I think this is how you do it.
Like this.
oh yeah, even Tempest now makes a lot more sense on Dogger since turn 2 strats are much more viable.
Yeah. So watch. Like, they can't push right away. And now we go to town.
Yep.
Death's caress.
Right, boss.
This way?
Oh, crud. This is the wrong Lin.
Not so loud.
Oh,
Alright.
At your command.
That's the one problem. I screwed up the... Okay, I need to kill the Sigurd
Well,
first.
that's the fake one anyway, so I mean,
This way?
technically it doesn't matter.
Wow, technically it doesn't matter. We're cheating. Alright, but you still gotta... I wouldn't disarm trap both Lins because you still want one of them to debuff, right? Because what else will you use there? I guess you can trace it in the
I mean,
future.
you could technically disarm both because Mila already offers sabotage.
Huh.
It's expensive, but there's nothing wrong with double disarm, especially in a situation like this.
Maybe this way. Lynn, I'm
I
not
mean,
sure I can.
Trace would be good,
Lorena.
but on the other hand, with Trace,
This way?
you tend to use a lot of movement out of Linja. Since she is a 2-range unit, so I'm not sure how much far Trace can really get out of it.
Oh, I actually just still mess up. It takes... Well, it's gonna take some practice to get used to it, but...
Dogger kills Note if you refresh. Or Linja, I guess, can do it. Either way.
Oh, yeah.
Ready.
I guess I could just completely push. No, I... Alright, one sec, chat.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is, again, the problem with these teams. They
Yeah.
have so much range no matter who you kill.
No, it's from the respect of... You're not used to doing things that you think is dangerous, but now it's no longer
True.
dangerous.
True, yeah. It fundamentally changes how certain strategies work. Because
The glimmer of
gutsy hit-and-run strats work,
I bestow my blessing.
which is not how I play.
Maybe this
I play very
way.
defensively.
This way?
Got him.
Not so loud.
Oh, jeez. Cheatiest plays, huh? This is not even a real match.
If you say so.
This way?
Okay, no, I think that's still the right way of doing it. Give it a while, people will learn. Yeah, people like you.
I will say this team might be a little more straightforward with a savior comp than an offensive one, but when you can actually pull it off,
Yes.
which I hope to see here, it's beautiful and destructive.
Right, boss.
It be done.
I don't
And of
know
course, the
about
best
that.
demonstration here is that odd recovery just won't work.
Yep.
So the Triandra is locked down now.
Got him.
Good morning.
If you say so.
At your command.
Hmm.
Think you can beat us? Think again.
I definitely think I have enough firepower because that's 5 kills I can get.
Ready.
Triandra.
Maybe
Oh, Wings of
this
Mercy.
way.
I didn't even expect to be using Wings of Mercy.
Well, I guess that just demonstrates Reinhardt's tankiness.
At your command. Lynn, I'm not sure I can. Courage, Florina.
Alright.
This way?
This is probably not gonna work. Well, it takes some practice to get used to, but I think you guys can see the demonstration. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. Let me give it one more try. What I need to do is get these 4 kills and retreat, or leave 1. Like that? You need dual peony. Well, dual peony would help with everything. And it's
Well,
not like I
yeah.
didn't try to get dual peony. I hate when you guys are like worded like that. The thing is, you can't leave yourself in Not's line of sight. She'll kill you. You missed the Datamine. I mean, we technically haven't gone over the pirates yet, but yeah, one sec.
The glimmer of life.
I'm trying to see like a really good way of doing this, because 2 kills, 2 kills, another kill. I can get 5 kills, which would mean could if I leave like Gunthra and Triandra, I'd be fine.
At your command. Yes. Death's caress.
Ugh. Step 1, kill Sigurd. Alright, things like that then.
This way?
No, not like that. The one thing I'm having trouble with is just like, how do you deploy this correctly to get it to work out?
Yes. Shh, not so loud. The glimmer of life.
I bestow my blessing.
At your command. This way?
Alright, maybe it's like
At your
this.
command.
Alright. The important thing is like the structures are no longer a big deal at the very minimum.
Not so loud.
Yeah. Another thing I just noticed, I was reading around. I guess gravity also has a lot more effect now.
Oh, because gravity can set up easier, yeah.
Yeah, you get more tiles to work with, whether that be through Tactics Room or through the actual gravity staff.
Think you can beat us? Think again. At your command. Lynn, I'm not sure I can. storage, Florina. This way?
I think this is it.
Maybe this
That should be
way.
what now, Veronica Triandra? Or
There you go. I think that's it. I don't think they can take... I think this one's gonna go after this one, and then obviously Triandra can't reach anymore, so she'll just go after the... let's see.
can Lynn take both of those?
No, because she won't attack. Yeah, okay, so there you go, chat. So, a normally scary enemy line can be solved with with safety fence. You guys just saw how I did it. Turn 1, set yourself up, destroy things. And Lamilla didn't even have to like be positioned right away. That was the big thing. And then turn 2 onwards, like I'm good to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat, that's really huge.
Right, boss.
I'm pretty sure this one's
Yeah.
real too. Yeah, and then from there I can just pretty easily do this.
Yeah, you just pin the Veronica and there's nothing she can do about it anymore. Holy crap.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is pretty simple. So, yeah, okay. Safety fence, really freaking
Huh.
good.
Yeah. The more applications I'm seeing of this, the more I'm realizing this is kind of broken.
Kind of broken, yeah. Gravity now is much more easier to set up too, because again, gravity gets shut down by structure placement, which is gravity is one of the best ways to take down knot lines. But it gets shut down by structure placements. But now it doesn't matter because you can just break the structures and set up.
And if you are so fortunate as to have a gravity healer on hand that you want to use, then you can use that to lock down a large chunk of spaces and use that as a vantage point.
Mm-hmm. All right, chat. Sorry for taking so long, but I wanted to experiment. But that was absolutely worth seeing.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. Instant recommend. It's not going to be for everybody because there are some teams that don't really care about pressure range. But for a lot of people, I could say that this is a huge way to get a leg up on most defenses. Especially in this new instant pressure meta.
You know, if the thing is though, with oh wait, there's only 3 minutes left. 1 sec, chat. It's almost reset. Oh, belt.
Gotta start him. You gotta do one of each movement type. Sucks too because Veld is actually not the easiest one. Let me double check to make sure there are no banners. 24, 6, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 1.
Take my hand.
Happily.
For you.
Little nervous here. Leave this to me. Show me the way.
Let's go together.
For Asker, certainly.
Oh my god. Oh, I actually might not get it.
Just have oh, the quest.
Yeah, I have to accept the quest.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Just throw Edelgard in or something.
Leave this to me.
1 minute.
Yeah, this one has a reinforcements.
Look, snow. Let's go together.
Show me the way.
The choice is clear.
Who shall I begin with?
Little nervous here.
Let's go together.
Leave this to me.
I don't think I'm gonna make it. Oh.
For you.
Certainly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. No, well.
So many reinforcements.
This is the reinforcements, chat.
Yeah, Veld is a very, very long GHP.
Yeah, that's my bad.
I do.
Can't do it in 1 minute.
Yeah, it's already reset. Wow. Whoops. I should have done that first.
Tread carefully.
This is actually the first GHB hero I've ever missed. I don't think I've ever missed one.
Yeah. I mean, I love Veld, but at least it was Veld that you missed. It could have been so much worse.
Look,
So
snow.
this sucks.
Forward. Let's go together.
Yeah.
Tread carefully.
Little nervous here.
Yeah, this archer really screwed it up.
Yeah. This is a GHB I actually had to try a little bit on because of the reinforcements and how screwy they can get.
For you.
The choice is clear.
Let's go together.
Leave this to me.
Just do Fallen Earguard Nims. You really think that's the time to give me the Fallen Earguard shit? You guys already know I tried to get Fallen Earguard. It's really like
Brave.
laughable.
Brave would have been just fine. It's just that archer.
Yeah, that archer really shuts things down.
Tread carefully.
Little nervous here.
For you.
Even Brave Edelgard can't take him.
Forward. Let's go together. Look, snow.
Alright, yeah, it would have definitely taken too long, because even right now I'm like struggling with it. The cav unit is really hard to place, because there's no good cav unit you can use.
Yeah. Not on this map. This map sucks for cavalry.
Ugh, jeez.
Nervous here.
For you.
Leave this to me. For Asker. Certainly.
Yeah, this guy, he just completely messes this up.
Tread carefully.
Let's go together.
Alright.
Forward.
Just solo Fallen Edelgard. Well, the thing is, I only had 2 minutes, so even if I had Fallen Edelgard, it would have been like, oh, you know, you win.
Oh no, trust me. I don't even use Fallen Edelgard on this map. I think I use Brave.
For you.
Show me the way.
Forward.
Certainly.
Look, snow.
Yeah, it would have taken more than 3 minutes. This map's annoying.
Who shall
Yeah.
I begin with? For you.
Little nervous here.
The choice is clear.
Leave this to me.
Let's go together. Look, snow.
Yeah. So this team could have done it, it would have just taken too long.
Little nervous here.
Tread carefully.
Show me the way.
Who shall I begin with?
The choice is clear.
Certainly. For Asker.
Look, snow.
Show me the way.
Forward.
Leave this to me.
It's not worth shit though. Well.
Oh, today's D-Horba.
I wasn't gonna make him. I was not gonna make a merge Veld, but yeah, if I ever did. Ugh. What did he have?
Chill res and res opening.
Hmm.
Res opening is 4-star in Emerin, and chill res is all over the place.
Wait a second. It fills up at 99?
Huh?
This doesn't fill up at 99.
Orbs?
No. Wait, what? Is
What? Sorry,
the present list, does it fill up at 99, chat?
99 presents? It might just show 99.
Yeah. I've never seen it like that before.
been so long.
It shouldn't fill by 99.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
because
yeah,
it's
it
the
should
next
just
page
keep
now.
ticking. Yeah, it should just keep ticking because it shouldn't be able to show more than that.
Is this part 2 or is it part? Oh no, it's just it all says part 2.
Yeah, it's part 1, part 2, part 1, part 2.
Hence why it's yellow. Yeah, I thought it keeps going, but I never saw it glow yellow before. I've hit 99 before. It's only the count that gets capped. Okay. Yeah. Each list should be 99, I believe. These friends lists are of 50s. So is that. Alright, fine. Will we go over grab bag and stats tomorrow? It's getting kind of late, isn't it? Yeah. Are we missing anything big?
Let me see. Let's see here. I'll look in the grab bag real quick.
Okay.
I won't go over anything stat-wise. Oh, 4-star skills. So, by the way, the TT boss is Surtur. And he does not have a C slot.
Wait, the new Surtur or old Surtur?
New Surtur.
Yeah, figured. Alright.
Yeah. Let's see here. So Vika's 4-star skill is speed res solo.
I'm honestly stumped on what
And
to give or
as
show
mentioned
Philly.
before,
John
Leafus
Solo
is
probably work on her
wind
and
sweep.
show her some other time. For now, here's some more bits for
Also,
your trouble.
stall ploy is inheritable to any unit,
Okay.
as expected. And there's a pirate hat accessory, so yo ho, yo ho. Let's see if there's anything big here. CYL update should be on the 17th, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Rules. Couple new seasons were added in. Grail shops updated, compiles are updated. And oh yeah, Niffle is now in random maps starting on the 19th.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they took her out to put her back in.
What the fuck? That's actually fucked. That's not right. It's not okay.
I mean, honestly, she's not much worse than Makoto in practice.
I know, but the
Because she has
30%.
an AR skill.
Yeah, the 30% might be really annoying.
Yeah, it could be, but she is still a glass cannon. We'll see.
We'll see.
But on the other hand, Fjorm has her new mirror stance skill, so you can learn that right away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really about it. I mean, the big stuff that's worth noting right now.
Okay.
And small thing into the stats: no, Surtur does not reach 190 VST, but he tried.
All right. Okay, we'll cover the stats tomorrow then, chat, because it is pretty late, and I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule. The thing is, like, I can sleep. It's just I sleep way too long. Like last night, I went to bed shortly after finishing stream, but I still slept like 13 hours or something. I don't know why I'm like so exhausted, but I just sleep really long time nowadays.
Yeah, I just started readjusting my sleep schedule recently as well.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a while.
Yeah. And today I started to stream late because there was stuff I need to take care of, and I still haven't taken care of all of it. So yeah. So yeah, if you guys will excuse me, tomorrow's a summoning day, and we'll cover the rest of Datamine tomorrow as well. It'll be kind of interesting because it's one of the later because it's a late Datamine, we'll see the heroes on the screen, which is really funny.
Yeah. I mean, the banner isn't out yet, fortunately.
Oh,
so.
wait, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. We'll still do it tomorrow.
Yeah. Still be early, quote unquote.
Oh my god, I can't believe Breath is a seal.
Yeah.
I would like to fling my internet PP all over Sigma Sensei once again. I am very thankful that I did not take
his small brain suggestion of going Breath Altina, because I would have instantly went back to attack Resonity, study Breath.
Yep.
To pass Nimious, you are so much smarter than current Sigma Sensei. I'm the best.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Glad I wasted 4 or 5 Ikes for breaths. But then again, that was back in like 2018.
You do realize how stupid this is, right? Because attack Resonity with a steady breath means she has so much attack. Sorry, so much attack, so much defense, so much res. It's not even fair.
Yep. She basically gets 5 attack res and 4 defense, as well as Unity being Unity and cooldown
I
at
must still use
all
Fierce Breath and
times.
double smokes. My Altina goes so
Sigma
deep
Sensei, I think you're
into
being
the
stubborn
runes
right
that
now. It's
Unity is
obviously
not active ever anyway.
I'd probably, even at that point, I'd still use Mirror Stance over Breath,
yeah.
because Guard is just more useful, even if she's a Vantage Sweeper, because realistically, you're not going to Vantage Sweep right out of the bat.
I just don't understand why you're so insistent on your A slot being breath, because that slot has so many more valuable skills. Again, Unity, Guard, Stance. So either don't get debuff for attack and res, or either don't get like hit by specials. But yeah, like I'm confused why you're so stubborn about this. But all right, you got it. All right, but yeah, steady breath. Altina is my future. Oh man, that's gonna be hype.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm going to use it yet, but I can definitely say I'm going to use it a lot. Probably on like Gustav, for example, or somebody in my arena for. Like, I'll use it all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Because it freaking works. The problem with it freaking works is lots of things freaking work. You know what I mean?
Well, I better get going, Night Nems. Glad Fjorm has a new toy to play with Kappa.
See ya, Gmo, and yeah. Alright, see you guys tomorrow for that stuff. But yeah. Today went a bit long because I really wanted to try safety fence, and I'm glad I did because I mean, like after my first moment seeing it, I was just starting to think like, what's the point? And then after using it, like Killer Mario's team, I don't think Duelin takes that team, for example, lest I have safety fence, because that first turn, I'll otherwise be wasting a bunch of turns breaking up structures, and that's automatically game over. So
yeah. And let alone the second normal team you fought, where you actually would have just got first turn killed, were it not for that.
Yeah, so I absolutely. I'm gonna edit a video about safety fence, but that has my recommendation.
Yeah, absolutely. And it takes 2, which most people have a surplus of.
All right. So if you guys want to, oh wait, no, whatever. I'll tell you guys another time. Oh man, it's just so many things to do all the time. By the way, I'm home alone. My parents went off to went off to vacation. They did ask if I wanted to come. I said no. I rather you know, it's a vacation when my parents aren't here. How about that? I am on vacation.
Fair enough.
But yeah. So yeah, been having the house to myself, and just watching a lot of, man, fuck you Americans. You all suck. That's right. I dare you to cancel me over that. Nimious is an American hater. I've been watching so much Olympics. It's just like Canada's a small country, right? We got like 36 million people, 37 million people, right? Not a lot of people. America's like 10 times our population, right? So for obvious reasons, Canada doesn't win nearly as much. Canadians, man, every time I watch a Canadian team or a Canadian duel or a Canadian athlete just be unable to like progress to the medal round, it's just so sad, right? So today, or yesterday, Simone Biles, right? Like the greatest gymnast of all time, right? She pulled out of all the other heats, all the other competitions of gymnastics because she was like having mental issues or whatnot. Totally understand that, right? Like I get it. And then everyone's like celebrating how for her final event, she came back and she competed. And while she's not at her best, she did get a bronze. And you might be like, well, Nimious, why are you bringing this up? What's wrong with that? That sounds great. In 4th place was a Canadian gymnast. Of all the events she picks to come back to, why this one? Sorry, I'm just a bit salty about that. I'm just like, aw. Because the Canadian athlete's also really good, but she sprained her ankle. And even then, she forced herself to get back. It's the Olympics. You push yourself past injuries. She put her heart in it, got bronze, and she held 3rd place. Sorry, she didn't get bronze. She held 3rd place up until the very last competitor, which was Simone Biles, and she got 3rd place, knocking her to 4th. It'd be like that, huh? But yeah, I don't hate Americans, and Simone Biles, I feel like the things she's going through right now, I mean, it needs to be talked more about mental health from athletes. Everybody thinks once you're an athlete, once you're a professional, your mental health doesn't matter. Like, you're getting paid money. Why would your mental health, like, no, that's all shit. Your mental health matters immensely, even if you're a professional, especially when you're a professional. Dealing with all the stress and whatnot, it's really rough. So I'm really happy she came back and won a medal. It's just I wish she picked another event to come back and win a medal in. That's all. Ugh. Nothing wrong with hating America. America hates America too. You know what? You guys are right. Like watching the entire thing with the women's soccer team, the American women's soccer team. Like I was surprised. Like I had no idea. Again, I'm Canadian, so like why would I pay attention to, you know, controversies in America? The entire world does not revolve around America, okay? But it blew my mind because it was just like Americans were so happy Canada won. Like what the shit? Wow, that was a weird moment. Has that might happen yet? No, we'll do it tomorrow. It's late. A small population is an excuse. Australia only has 25 million and is doing very well. The thing about Australia that people don't understand is that they're supremely dominant in water sports. And normally, it's not a big difference maker if you're really good in a sport, in just one sport. But the thing is, people don't understand this, but water sports has the most medals. So let me put it this way. Soccer only has 1 medal, right? For male and females. So if you're the best soccer player in the world, you're only going to win 1 medal for your country. For swimming, if you're the best swimmer in the world, you can take like 8 medals in 1 Olympics. Just for your gender, right? So I'm not excusing it. I just want to point out, of all the sports that you can be extremely good at, the biggest difference maker would absolutely be water sports. And that's why Australia, if you look at their medals, they're primarily from water sports. I don't know. I'm not excusing anything either. So, have you seen the soccer of Mexico versus Canada? Mexico? How long ago was this? The last match the Canadian women's team played was against America. They're in the finals right now against Sweden. So I don't know how long ago that was. Yeah, that's the thing. Casey's right. Like most countries specialize in being good at something, right? Like if this is Summer Olympics, if you like this wouldn't stand at all during Winter Olympics. Aussies wouldn't win very much and Canadians would win tons, for example. You're absolutely right. Like there's a specialization in sports for most countries. Well, I wouldn't say being the most diverse necessarily means the most, because if you look at China, like massive population, well, that's not completely fair too, because China actually has one of the best sports programming in the entire world. They support their athletes immensely, though they have like, I mean, if you show promise as a kid for athletics, you would literally be taken in by the state, and that's now your job. You're an athlete now. But yeah, but again, the two biggest countries, well, generally speaking, the biggest countries do the best. I mean, just having more people and having more sports in your country. Population does in fact matter. That's why some of the smallest countries in the world just don't ever medal. Look, there are how many countries are in the world? Roughly 190 countries in the world? Someone can correct me if I'm wrong here. There are roughly 190 countries in the world. There are obviously not going to be 190 countries getting a medal, you know? I didn't know this, but China apparently dominates everything. Sorry, everything except for like primary sports, like North American primary sports, right? Like soccer, like basketball. Yeah, they don't do good in those kind of sports. But when it comes to sports like weightlifting, it blows my mind how good China is. They're even pretty good at water sports too. South Africa destroys everyone at short track events. I think you would be a bit wrong to say that. Wasn't it Jamaica for the longest time? I mean, Usain Bolt isn't here anymore, and it's the first time, first Olympics that I can remember that he isn't here. He ran for 10 years after all. But yeah, this is the first time he's not here. So it might make a big difference, but generally speaking, when it came to like track, Jamaicans just were everywhere. Again, there's nothing wrong. I don't want to sound like don't want to make it sound like I'm hateful towards other countries here, because I'm not. But yeah, Jamaicans I think dominated most of the athletics. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Because, like, I'm watching Andre the Grass, which, by the way, he got bronze medal in 100 meter sprint, which, thank God, because that's the first Canadian male to win something in this Olympics. And it was a bronze, but, like, yeah. He's going to the 200 meter finals tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, in 5 hours. I actually occasionally stay up to see these events. I know it's in Japan, it's really late, but I occasionally stay up. It's at 8:55 a.m. So in like 5 hours, 5.5 hours. 200 meters. He has a really good chance of winning it. Nigerians destroy everyone at distance events. That's also, well, yeah, the long distance events, yes. Like the ultra long distance events. Like, I don't even understand how people are doing these things. You guys do know there's like a 10,000... Oh, how much is it? 10,000 meters? Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, how do you even run that long? Or is it 10... I don't know anymore. It's the ultra long distance. Like, these races go for like 30 minutes. Or actually like 20, 25 minutes. I don't even know how you run that long. Like, that doesn't... And here's the thing, like... I'm not saying that of ignorance. I used to run marathons. I used to be in track and field. I used to be in cross country. Like, I used to run every morning as part of a sports team, like my high school sports teams. I ran a 10 kilometer before. That shit was tough. I can't even imagine these people running for as long as they do at full sprint. Oh.
Well, that's sad. I'm gonna take my leave now.
I thought you left. You didn't say anything for like half an hour.
No. I just had nothing to add.
Oh, all
All right.
Take care, Legion.
Well, take care, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night. AR is now easy with Linja. Yeah, dual Lin, I think, is a great beneficiary of all this. probably gonna try and stream like midday tomorrow. It's not almost impossible to get a defense win. But yeah, savior teams are way better. And odd recovery. I think odd recovery is just kind of pointless now. I'm still going to put it on my heroes just in case they don't use it. By the way, do you guys consider Olympic race walking races? That doesn't even sound right. Like, do you consider that actually like a sport? Because I'll be honest, as a kid, when I first looked at that stuff, I was just like, this is ridiculous. How can there be competitive walking? Like, what happens if one person just decides to run? You know what I mean? Like, I never even looked into it. It just felt so ridiculous. I never really cared. I'm sorry. Like, I love watching Olympics. Like, I'll watch Olympic soccer, Olympic volleyball, beach volleyball. Like, I'll watch just about anything except for racing of, you know, walking. That's the only thing I can't do. Oh yeah, now they're skateboarding. Isn't it fitting that they got skateboarding and the first winner is a Japanese kid? I'm glad for him, obviously. To win it on home soil in the first year, like, that's insane. Feel bad for this girl. She says she's gonna lose her job if we don't give her the right amount. No ships came in. One ship sailed out, so it's 3 ships sailed into. Four ships entered? It's a 3 and is it 3 plus 1? It's about optimizing a stride. When did you get good at this stuff? It's 2 ships. It's 4? Wait. What? Did I get it right or wrong? It says none entered. It was none of the options though. Casey, do you still run? I'm actually thinking of it. I did get it wrong. All right, I'm actually thinking of jogging again because it's a good way to like set up my mind mentally. I think as a kid, that was probably one of the reasons why I was so aware the entire day. Because I start every day with a run. Ah, got all 3. Archimedes, the way you talk about things makes me feel like you're like overweight at this point, you know? You know, back in my day, I used to have legs, and I could use my legs. But now, I'm 500 pounds and I can't move. I don't know, man. That's how you sounded like to me. When you migrate to Inazuma, it's been close to 3 weeks now. I can go to Inazuma.
No, my sword! By royal decree!
I messed this up. Should have been able to clear this pretty easily.
Rain cutter! Midnight phantasmagoria!
Ow, am I not even hitting it?
Odds reveal.
This was back in middle school. Of course, I'm not that fat. What's that fat? You know, the other day, I just realized, like, how fat do you have to really be fat, you know? Currently, I feel fat, right? Yeah, because I sit around all day and I stream a video game. I make videos and stuff, right? Like, obviously, like, I feel like a fat content creator, but I'm not actually fat, right? Like, I weigh 125 pounds, right? For my height, that's absolutely, like, not fat. But I feel fat. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely, like, I can lose weight. But that's the thing, like, what about the actual fat people? I don't even know anymore. Where am I going with this? What actually is fat? Whoa, I got a hit.
Solidify.
Rain out. Mine's your fate. By royal decree. Go.
I'm still doing dailies, domains, activities, and leeway or Mondstadt. Aren't you bored? But I still need to get a bunch of stuff to make for my Noel. I gotta improve Noel. I was about 240 pounds in middle school. That's twice as heavy as I am right now. Ugh. How can you be so fat? Archivides. Hey, Wonders Philosopher, how you doing, man?
No, my sword. Odds reveal. This isn't good.
How do you even get fat anymore? Like, even with almost no exercise nowadays, I'm not really gaining weight. I feel like I'm more like I'm losing muscle mass. That's the one thing I feel like I'm actually losing. Like, even though my weight is staying around the same, I feel like I am getting fatter, and it's compensating by losing the muscle mass. That's why the weight stays around the same.
By royal decree.
Oh, what? Oh, my shield. Wasn't paying attention. You need a healer? Usually the shield's good enough that I don't need a healer. And if I really needed a healer, I could just use Hu Tao's burst, but... You skip too many meals? Oh, well, sometimes I only eat once a day. That's true. But I do think there's a real advantage to eating once a day. You're doing well? I'm glad to hear that. I haven't been doing the best myself, but lately it's been a bit better, so.
Gather.
No, my sword.
I'm the kind of person, no matter how much I exercise, I do, or diets, I look and weigh the same. Yeah, some people just have good metabolism. My ex-girlfriend used to be very, very thin, and I used to make fun of her about that. But the thing is, like, you can't just hold a bad eating habit into adulthood, because you'll just get fat. Like, Austin, you'll just get really fat. Do I ever work out? No, not anymore. I used to be very athletic, as in, like, I did multiple sports, was on multiple teams, but not anymore. Once you get older, like, you just don't have time for all that. No, you're not getting away. No. It's gone. Why are we still beating these guys up? They're just relaxing, man. Oh. Time to end him.
Oz, reveal thyself.
I wish I had a fast metabolism. I love eating too much. Oh, man. That reminds me, tomorrow I'm gonna get myself some tacos from Taco Bell's. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Because I have a 75% off coupon from Uber Eats. So I'm gonna get myself some tacos. Noelle, Amber, Hutal, and Zhongli. Amber, Hutal? That's what kind of combination is that?
Add Astra.
Why are you so skinny, Ryusaiga? Now, what I'm about to say might sound really bad. But, back in high school, whenever, I had, like, friends who were, like, really scrawny and really small, like, I've always wanted to just, like, you know, pick them up and then, like, yeet them. Like, yeet them into the sun. Like, I've always... It's such a bad thought to have, but, like... Obviously, I never did it, or it'd be really problematic. But haven't you ever wanted to pick up a small person? Just throw them? You probably shouldn't do that, though, because that could get you in a lot of trouble. I'm sorry. It's a good thing you didn't know me in high school, Ryusaiga. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, man. You lifted your ex with one arm? But how can you do that when you're already small? Are there other pigeons?
Stabilize.
Alright, let's try and kill some pigeons. Wait, if you can pick up your ex with one arm and you're super light, how's that work? Or did I misread this? Oh, not ready yet. Kill the pigeons with your Ganyu? Are you picking a fight? Are you picking a fight? Oh my... I feel like you're picking a fight with me. I don't appreciate it. Do you know why I have... How much do I have now? Do you know why I have 31k Primo Gems? Do you know why? Exactly. You don't know why. That's why you're saying such crazy stuff. If I had Ganyu, I wouldn't be saving this much.
Absorption test.
To get Chi-Chi again? Shut up. It's not for Chi-Chi again. I'd be beyond depressed if it was Chi-Chi again. You have Ganyu on Gmod? That doesn't help. You're not playing Gmod. You can do that once you have a child, just to remember to catch them before they fall to the ground. I'm pretty sure if anybody watches me do that to my own kid, I'm going to jail. I don't think you should eat your own kid. That's a no-no. Yeah, Ganyu is OP. I did try to go for Ganyu, and I did get somebody, but it was Chi-Chi, so that really broke my heart. I really, really wanted Ganyu.
Stabilize.
I condemn you. Yeah.
I need to really get the other weapon too. I'm still on the really shitty weapon.
Blood of frost. Beg for mercy.
Eula's about ready. In America, you can go to jail just for leaving your child in the car while going for groceries. Yeah, that's really bad. Don't do that. So it stands to reason that eating a child be about as bad. Don't know about Canada though. I'm pretty sure in Canada you can't eat a child in public and not catch them and not get in trouble. I'm pretty sure that's bad. Birds.
Solidify.
Man, I need to get more fowl meat. All right. Oh. No. Okay, well. Hey, Timmy. How you doing?
Disappear.
Please. Is that too far? No, why? Why is it only 4? I'm still like struggling with I hope I get Ganyu so it doesn't have to be like so complex to like make this all work. Eula's amazing electrical team. I think Eula's just amazing. Period.
Wind blade.
Did I not get this earlier? All right. Yeah. Also, I'll try and stream more tomorrow. I was supposed to stream a lot today. But didn't get the opportunity to. Please tell me this is enough. Are you kidding? Is this not enough? No. Oh, I have 4. Never mind. Eula's amazing because of salsa dancing. I think she's just amazing because Eula's awesome. Yay! Finally. You have the money for this? Why did Mora become such an issue? It's like all my gold. Because Zhongli retired, yeah. I can get a 76. 76, maybe 77. I need to get Eula and Noelle up. Those two are going to be on separate teams. I think I should go all in onto White Blind. I don't think I'll ever use prototype Archaic. Yeah, I don't think there's any point of that. I got 2 of these. Yeah, that'll give me +3. Am I summoning for Bale? No. Yeah, I'm gonna go all in on White Blind. You're the only one in the house and you choose to stream of all things. Way to go, Nimious. Good choice. What? I'm sorry I'm not a gigolo. I'm sorry I don't know any gigolos in real life, alright? Vic.
Take your
I would totally invite you over, Vic, if my parents weren't home. I would totally invite you over. You're my favorite gigolo. No homo. All right, what does each merge do? Oh, on hit, normal or charge attacks increase attack and defense by 7.5%. Yeah, that's big. Each one is big. Okay. Yeah, 9%. That doubles the strength of the blade. Alright, I need to keep working on Noel though. This again, you're such a loner. I'm such a loner? What is that supposed to mean? Yeah, I think that might be like, obviously, if you have a 5-star weapon, that'd be better. But I think that's probably the best weapon I can ever give to my Noel. I'm gonna try streaming tomorrow afternoon, see how that goes.
Would you care to...
I need more friends. I need people to help me make stuff.
If you ever...
Ask the Solos DBZ. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel bad because I'm about to end stream, but thank you so much for the follow. Alright, let's raid somebody. I'll stream again tomorrow afternoon, like in 8 hours, but I need to fix my sleep schedule, so I can't stay up tonight. I'm trying to stream a lot earlier, but it's not been easy for me. Okay. Sucrose is a derp. Alright, let's pick someone to raid. Dun, dun, dun.
Where do you want to go next?
Dun.
If you'd like to see
Sucrose is Sucrose really good at killing burbs? That I've been really seen that before. Alright, we're gonna raid Chibi. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll try and because tomorrow there'll probably be 2 streams because I need a summon tomorrow as well. Yeah, everyone take care, sleep tight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, let's go to the lava pool. What's our raid message gonna be? Chippy, chippy, chippy.
as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
All right, but here we go. Take care, guys. Good night. See you guys tomorrow. Good night, Red.